Oh man.
What up, Twitches?
Dude,
Okay.
Stole my joke right
No,
off the bat.
no.
Actually, we're already broadcasting at that point, I think.
Oh, good. The evidence is clear then.
Don't be such a Twitch about it.
No, I mean, it's my.
Wait,
I mean,
is
I'm gonna
Twitch a
shamelessly-
derogatory term? How dare you, sir?
Yeah, Twitches is positive, yo.
Well, then you're welcome.
I don't know if we're live yet. You didn't.
It says
Does it say live?
right here. It's all in red. Streaming. Frames recorded.
Normally,
dropped,
my
total
phone is
total.
like, "Hey, you're totally broadcasting."
Okay, so
Well, hold on. If we're not broadcasting, this could be real bad.
Hey now,
you're a rock
you're
star.
a rock star.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Wavelength.
Put your game on.
Go play. Let's play.
Yo, play.
Last time
It's the only way to eat yogurt.
on the
Doesn't
redeeming.
make sense.
Oh, hey, the
Have to
microphone-
live for fun.
Is it working?
Yeah. You
Hey,
guys refresh your page, you'll see my camera.
No.
I don't know why you'd want to, but there's always that. All right.
all right.
Yeah, okay.
Well, now I'm refreshing because Ty wants to feel special.
Literally
That
gonna
is
have-
fucking
click the cog
loud.
and
Jesus God,
Yeah.
man.
check chat.
Oh, yep. Hey, Ty's there. Now I can't see Mike though.
Yeah, Mike's refreshing. He'll be there in a second. There he is.
You know you don't have to
Hey, look at
refresh
that.
right? Paul,
I did
Yeah.
not. What do you got to do?
hit the cog in the top right, scroll all the way down to reconnect to chat and update settings, and hit that button. And it'll update people's stupid faces.
There you go. Pro tip.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm still not getting ties. Oh well. All right,
You don't need it.
Double
Yeah.
double.
he's right.
It's
true.
close enough to.
Okay,
It's only my
so
own Twitch stream. I'm totally fucking with you. Don't worry about it.
he's such a twitch. Okay, last time on the Redeeming Faith, our party found themselves transported to the second layer of hell, into specifically
Quick, somebody
The
write that
city
down.
of
He didn't
Peace.
tell us what layer it was before.
what they presume to be the second layer
There
of
it
hell
is.
in the city of Dis.
Real close to
After
that.
getting their bearings and figuring out that the town basically operates like a normal town, just based entirely on slave trade and being horrible to everyone, they found a nearby tavern
You know.
called as you're gonna do in hell.
Misery,
I
the
mean,
most easily traded commodity.
when in Dis,
South Africa.
Do that.
murder people. And I lost my train of thought. Thanks, everybody. They found themselves in a local tavern known as the Shrieking
You're welcome.
Succubus, trying to find some kind of lead in how to find Olgamith or some kind of transportation to his city. Through some successful and some not so successful dealing with the local Denzians,
Denizens.
Denzians, Dissians.
The distasteful.
The box is for you.
Quildrith found himself a part of a soul contract, agreeing upon penalty of selling his soul to essentially murder someone for the barkeep known as Shahala.
Murder a devil.
Murder a
known
devil.
I didn't just set out to
Murder a
murder
devil.
anybody.
Blood.
Thank you. Murder a devil and bring proof of that death back to the barkeep. Before this had happened, however, one of the party, Zenevieve, trying to find some information, found herself uncharacteristically fortunate, lucky, you might even say, with a female
She got
drow.
lucky. Uh-huh.
With a female drow in the bar. However, after departing the room, she noticed that her mark not only burned more, but grew in size. Upon trying to go back to find this drow woman, she found the room empty and abandoned. Upon returning from the contract completed, proof of death shown to the barkeep, Shahala, laid a single arcane coin down on the counter and revealed that she knew, in fact, Quildrith to be a paladin.
That's not good.
It's real bad. Okay.
Yeah.
So, with that, the party finds themselves in the tavern, arcane coin on the counter. The tavern seemingly empty, and Shahala smiling at Quildrith. Deal completed. what would you guys like to do?
I would like to pick up the coin and read it.
Okay. The coin is covered in Dwarvish.
Sweet, sweet. I read Dwarvish.
Let me take a look here.
I'll take my normal seat at my normal table.
D&D, the only place where you got a seat in hell.
The Dwarven runes simply say, "Speak, friend, be heard."
Melon.
Okay, so I assume this is a sending stone of some kind. You merely speak the password and then you're allowed to speak. But it's, can I get a sense of if it feels magical, or it does feel magical, right? Like,
I mean, it looks like a coin. Do you have anything that would reveal it to be magical?
oh, I do have a wand of identify.
Ooh.
Oh my. But beyond that, do I recognize any of the mountains or anything on it?
No.
No, all completely foreign to me.
Correct.
Sweet. So I just take this.
Well, I will say this: it does seem incredibly old.
Okay. All right, perfect. So I just slide it into a pocket, and then so I just take this. To whom? What?
Oh, you don't take it to anyone.
Oh.
Call for Abraxas into it, and he'll show up eventually.
Eventually.
What he does with his time is not my concern.
Huh. Interesting. Abraxas. Yeah. Anything you can tell me about him that isn't horrifying?
Not that I want to.
Didn't think so. I go back to the table. Sit down. So we should leave here as soon as we can.
But, why?
Okay, so here's the thing. Got this coin, and I kind of like palm it, so it's showing only them and like hiding the rest of it from the rest of the room. Kind of like,
That's pretty cool.
yes, and apparently I can speak into this, and we will. I again cover the coin up before I say his name. Apparently we can get speak to this Abraxas fellow about our situation, but apparently a little loose-tongued about things, and she knows that we're of some sort of. Well, she suspects us to be some sort of followers of something or other.
Oh.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Yes, indeed. How?
At this moment, you notice
Saying
you hear
stuff
this
out
little,
loud with an imp around, probably.
and a tiny little imp is now sitting on Shahala's shoulder, whispering in her ear.
Now we gotta go. We gotta go now.
Do you think I could kill it from here?
Yes, we could probably kill both of them, but that is not what we're here for.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Well,
Unless you think we have to kill them. Do we have to kill them?
What? No.
No.
Good. Then let's.
There are plenty paladins of whatever the fuck else is out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She seemed real knowledgeable. So, I
oh,
think it's about
because of
time.
the way we
Yeah,
beat
no
the crap out of those
fucking
guys.
You know what?
We were using.
Is there a back door to this place?
No, there's not that you see on this floor. You're unsure. There might be one in the basement.
So we should probably find a different way out of here if that imp is as loose-lipped as he seems to be.
What? Do you think there are people waiting outside for us?
Well, we did murder somebody.
You murdered somebody. I got my sword stuck in the door.
Technically, I did 2 people in.
Well, this is a fine mess. We either need to leave out the front door immediately or seek the second doorway, because if we come back, we're going to give them way too much time. Let's just...
So agreed. Out the
How-
window then. Kidding.
How-
Yes,
how-
let's go.
Alright, let's go.
So as you get up and
Crick
head out the door,
open slowly.
before you can even reach the door, you hear.
Fuck.
We brought a cave troll.
I dive to the stairs and try to hide.
All right, roll a stealth check.
What? In the hell?
So can you move your token, Ty?
Oh yeah, hold on one second.
Just so I can keep track of you there.
Oh, are there any windows on the front of it?
There are 2 windows, one to the what would be the south end of the building as you're looking at, and one to the west.
Okay.
Okay. All right, good to know.
Can we see anything out the windows?
No, you just see the same dirt and kind of empty alleyways behind it.
I yell at the bartender, any idea what that noise is?
Oh, that's my next client.
Who's that?
As
Oh, it's a
she says
bone
that,
devil.
this large entity seemed to be made of bone and maybe pure hate walks
Know that
in,
feel, bro.
If Bone and Hate had a baby.
Know that
and
feel,
you can
bro.
see just behind it, barely, a few other devils seeming to walk with it. It comes through the door and looks right at you, Vinove.
Evening.
And as it make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, yes.
So you notice you're able to follow its eyeless sockets, and it's not looking at your face. It's looking at your hat, the very tip of your hat.
There's something on my hat.
And it walks past you,
Okay.
and it goes up to the bar. At this point, a few of the others come in and stand beside it. And a few
Gentlemen.
others come and stand over by this table. They don't sit, they don't seem to take drinks or make orders, but they just seem watchful.
Can I sneak out the front door to see if I can see anything else coming?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
1 second here, actually.
I guess I should stick to the shadows.
Stick to the shadows.
I should probably pull up his character sheet so I know things.
Not the worst.
But if we have to kill all these guys to get out of here.
Get out of where? I'm already out.
Becomes a solo campaign real fast.
Real bad.
All right, Ty. So you get outside and
I will
Just
haunt
enough to
you.
try to like peek around to see if there's anything else
roll a
coming.
perception check.
I'm great at those.
Yay!
Spoiler alert: I'm not great at those. Come on, +0, do me wrong. Oh, it did.
You just can't help but continuously look over at your shoulder at this massive entity, and what glances you do get out the door, you just see just groups of people walking past.
Okay, do I see any good place to like keep sentry?
I mean, you feel pretty confident right here in the doorway is pretty good at this point.
Feel good about this doorway, guys.
Okay. Do we? And we can't understand anything anyone's saying, right? Do we speak those languages? What language are they speaking around us?
They are currently whispering. So if you roll if you want to try and listen in, you can roll a perception check.
Can I just do it for the amount of time it took his character to go outside?
Sure.
Bam.
Okay. So let's see here.
I think Genevieve would
you'd
also
actually-
attempt to do so.
Yeah.
1 second.
TJ, you can hear their whispers, but it just you don't
Genevieve
understand.
would have also attempted just because she thinks she knows the language they're
Okay.
speaking in.
Go ahead and roll it.
Let me make sure I am rolling as the right person. Nope. Distracted by the ferret.
Genevieve picks up a little bit. She can't hear the conversation as a whole, but she's able to hear where and bring her back. But that's all that she's able to hear. And she, since you're sitting right next to her, she whispers this to you. We'll say.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep my normal spot in my chair for about a minute.
So I think you should go. Sounds like your drow friend may be in trouble.
As you're sitting there at the table, Shahala kind of looks over and, you could always take one of the rooms. But I suggest you either leave the bar or go downstairs. I have clients to deal with.
I suggest we don't
So
really
weird.
have anywhere else to go. We should probably take one of the rooms.
10 gold.
Lord of mercy.
I've got that. It's
And
fine.
the imp actually
Leave it on
flies,
this table as. Okay, here you go, imp boy.
flies out and just holds its hands out like.
Yeah, give him
I
a
hand
money,
him 12.
snitch.
You hand him 12, and he's looking at it, and he's trying to fumble with it and count it. He's really tiny, so he's having a hard time. And he
Just
picks
take
up.
it back to her. It's fine.
He takes the 10 and he flies it over, and leaving the 2 gold on the table.
Right. I don't.
This is also yours. Just start heading downstairs.
He flies back, grabs the 2 last coins, and gives you a key, or 2 keys. And she says, Shahala says, "Last 2 on the right."
Thank you.
All right. I guess we'll
go.
go check this out then.
All right, so
Going downstairs.
I peek back in and follow, I assume.
Oh no, do you?
Do you follow?
Well, I got what happened? I had to
Oh
run.
yeah, they purchased 2 rooms for the night.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll head back in and follow them down the stairs to the rooms.
And just as a timeline note, you guys are starting to feel pretty tired. It's been a very long day for you.
True.
Oh yeah. Should probably pass the fuck out here.
Bye.
That is my plan.
Okay, well, I'm going to sleep in the room on the end. You can figure out who wants to sleep with me. Don't worry, I don't snore.
Oh, gotcha, Vinove.
Good evening. I open the door and head into the room farthest down.
I
Okay.
go and I'll bunk with Vinove, and I kind of follow.
Okay. Are you guys in the hallway with the stairs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, sorry, I'm trying to play with
The darkness.
yeah, reveals. So, you guys were told the last 2 on the right.
Well, small one, I suppose that makes us roomies. Kill me with your bullshit.
I have a ferret.
I don't know what to say.
I can't move the ferret, by the way.
Oh, you can't. Okay, stand by.
Oh, okay. I missed the top of this over here.
Well, I'll just move it with you.
Can I kind of wander around down here a little bit to see if I can see any other doors out of here?
Any exits?
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check.
Can I ask Vinove to help me?
Do you ask Vinove to help you?
Vinove, small thing.
Yes.
You know that whole other door thing, which might be an easy
Oh,
to have?
yes, yeah. That
Would you
would be
mind
good to
helping me
have.
find
Course.
anything here?
Roll
Have a
some
little
investigations.
Have a little see. It looks fine. I'm gonna go to bed.
Ah,
You see doors. I mean, there's no windows down here. You get the feeling that you're probably underground. But there's no immediately visible exits.
do we find any doors that obviously aren't other rooms?
That obviously aren't other rooms?
Yeah.
All the doors look the same.
Dang.
Or any like standing like outside of this hall?
Just
Any
get
people?
The fuck out of my
No,
way.
any doors?
Yep,
Yeah. I got
alright,
it.
you go in there. Alright. Good night.
Sorry, Ty.
Turn the lights on when you come in.
What are you looking for?
Okay. I was just looking for like any like any doors that aren't like rooms. Like see if I can find like maybe a downstairs storage room, just somewhere we can like duck and hide to it if we need to. Just anywhere that isn't you wouldn't be the first place they would look for people.
You could try other doors, but as from your perspective, all the doors look the same. And are these last 2 rooms revealed for you guys?
Not yet. Do we have to put our tokens in them? Oh, there we
There
go.
it is.
So I just kind of hit in. So, one bed.
But yeah, you can
There.
sleep on the floor, right? You
Yeah.
spring chicken.
They're
Yes.
bunk beds.
Young
Top
fellow.
bunk! And I jump on the top. Oh, wait.
Mad because I would crush you.
Yes, that is a fear of mine with you being on the top bunk. Real quick,
Yes.
I need your opinion on something. And I'm gonna
Oh.
take the shape of
Okay.
Robrith. Robrith.
Robrith.
Man. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, okay, you got those.
Where did he go? He's not on my screen. Is he in the darkness? Or did I put him like literally on my
You,
okay,
you
good
put them
for-
on your token.
So he wanted to. Do you think this is a great disguise to have tomorrow? I'll take that as no.
Where are you from? Where are you supposed to be from?
Everywhere.
I'm. What race are you? Just
Merely
like
a
buff guy.
human with a beard. Yeah.
Why are you human with a beard?
Well-
With the Underdark?
Well, because
Why
I
is this
saw
better than the devil?
I saw other humans here and decided maybe this would be a good thing. So you think maybe another devil form then?
You could probably get away with either. To be honest, do you think if you think the humans would be helpful, then
Take the shape of Charger. Ah, yes, then Charger it is.
cool. We'll both be tieflings. It'll be good. Makes more sense.
Yes, it does. The only thing is, how do you think? I notice you haven't changed your voice much. Do you have that ability of yourself?
Of course, I just not like people know my voice. I'm sure that people who sound like me look like this. It's got to be. Can't
Very
be
well.
wrong.
And I reach
Must be them
into.
kids.
By the way, I noticed you're one of the ones who was missing the birth of light and truth as far as the hand. Would you like one?
That's okay. I know it pretty well by now.
No. For the journal you fulfill in the back, I can open mine up and show him the pages that I filled. It is.
Side note, sorry, what?
What's
with the journals?
So the birth of light and truth, they're the Bibles for the Saren Race faith. The last third of the books are blank in order for each cleric, paladin, and believer to tell their own story of dealings with Saren Race. So Quildrith shows you essentially a Bible you're very familiar with. However, the back section is filled in with handwritten notes, a few drawings.
Those pages have been filled by now. No need to worry.
Well, it seems you don't want one for a new adventure.
No.
Okay, very well. And I kind of go over to the desk real quick and start writing in mine.
Okay.
Don't stay up too late.
Oh no, this doesn't take long. Don't worry.
I friggin' crash out.
Do you want to pray with? Okay.
So you crash on the bed and you realize that you are much too large for this bed, and at about the knee level it actually hangs off the bottom.
Not the first time. Now you go to sleep.
Wait. Okay. I go over and then I have some rope. I want to tie it to the door handle and try to make like basically a rudimentary. Somebody opens this, things fall over, and we're alerted.
Okay, so a basic noise trap.
Yep.
All right, roll
Dex.
roll a dex check. Well, hold on. Let me ask you this: what are you making it with? Rope with what?
Hold on. Let me pull out my pack. And I pulled out my gun. Now, basically, the chair, a rope, and then my little brass plate that I use for prayers in the morning. So that way, open the door, moves the chair, knocks the thing over, loud noise.
All right, go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Just straight dex?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very rudimentary thing, pretty simple. You rig it up pretty decently, and looking at it, you feel confident that if anyone were to open this door, that the chair would be moved and the plate would come crashing off of it.
Perfect.
Would anyone else like to do anything else before you guys turn in?
Slowly. You start to
Genevieve, take fucking bunk if you want.
That lying ass.
Genevieve, take whatever bunk you want. Okay. That's the best I got.
I like
That
it.
was cold.
Yes, I like
So
it.
good.
Yes. Okay.
Top she goes.
All right.
Richard, who's actually pretty used to sleeping in full armor because he's done it for the past fucking 5 days, is actually just gonna prop himself up, sit his ass against the door.
Okay.
Don't let the fucking moments touch me.
At that point, you notice that the ferret is just scampering all over the room, smelling new things, trying to pry what little shiny things are around, and it's very energetic because it's actually been spending most of its day hiding. And you hear that ever present.
Slept with Wes.
All right, so Ty, are you going to sleep?
Yeah. I'll finish up writing, and then I'll do a quick prayer to Saren Ray of, thank you for getting us this far. Please watch over us as we go. And then actually think real quick one more time about the torn note. Reach into the handy haversack and see if I can pull out 3 potions of healing supreme.
Let me make sure what's going on over here. You said supreme?
Yeah.
How many?
3.
And you pull out 3 very large decanters of a brown reddish liquid.
Put them back in and fill out the rest of the note, and then go to bed.
Okay. So as you pray, you realize that there's something different about this prayer. That as you reach out and essentially call out to Saren Ray, a warm feeling that you're used to having is not present. You feel that for the first time, that your words fall on deaf ears.
I understand. I say, finishing the prayer and then go to bed.
All right. So you go to bed. Let me finish updating that. Okay. All right, and that's been updated in your torn note. All right, the 4 of you lay down for a night's rest. A bit uneasy, but knowing that you've got to sleep at some point, you fall asleep. Can I get everyone to roll a perception check?
Sure.
Are we doing disadvantage because we're asleep? Or?
I'm
just-
definitely asleep.
No,
I'm a heavy
perception,
sleeper. Look at
not
that.
performance. That's a
whoops.
crit fail. You're
Wrong
out.
button.
You can't even
Oh,
hear your
yeah.
own snoring.
That is a
don't even-
blessing.
I may have died in my sleep.
Oh. Quildrith, you managed to fall asleep, but all you can hear is his snoring. Richard, you hear people moving around in the hall every now and then. It wakes you up for a short period of time. Voices, both hushed and loud, in and out, and what sounds like dragging. But nothing really.
I
It's
am
your-
not gonna go look at that.
And you go back to sleep.
I'm leaving that alone.
All right. So, Richard, actually, you're going to wake up first. You feel fairly well. Real quick, everybody, go ahead and reap the benefits of a long rest.
Oh yeah.
So you can, I believe, you are at full hit points. You've lost any temporary hit points.
Lost those long ago. Spell slots are back.
Spell slots are back. Yeah, spell slots are back.
Also, Xenovi's unlucky points are back.
Yes, they are.
A real draw.
Oh, and our lay on hands pool is recharged as well.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Are you that?
Oh, Ty, I never. Your fire spears.
Oh, nice. Did they?
Spear.
Spear, 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 spear,
Spear,
spear.
Spear.
Oh, look at those spears.
Ooh,
Those are
such
some
spears.
beautiful spears.
oh, very well done.
Sometimes I could stare at spears all day.
Britney
Spears,
Spears or the
spears,
regular
spears,
kind?
spears.
'Cause she's getting a little harder to look at. Okay,
I
and
don't
then
know. These spears are pretty hot.
can I use the wand of identity? Like as I well, I'll wait till I get up. Never mind.
Okay. So, Richard, you find yourself coming awake. Xenovive still appears to be asleep, and the little ferret is actually curled up on the table near the candle.
It's the best fucking spot I think I've seen him ever in. I'm just going to let her sleep. But everybody else, I'm just going to stay in my fucking room.
Okay. So after a while, Quildrith, you wake up. It was a little bit of, like, maybe a little bit of sleep apnea. Vinove's.
I kind of gently, like, push his shoulder. Are you alive, friend?
Take them all. Take.
What did he say? Did he say take the bard? Okay. And then I kind of check my trap to see if anything seems fiddled with.
It seems fine.
Okay, disassemble the trap, and then I
Roll a
put-
dexterity check.
to disassemble my own.
Disassemble your own trap.
From this side, that's okay.
Scribbity.
Honestly, unless you crit fail, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, you disassemble
Almost.
it fine.
All right, and then so I'll kind of set down my in my normal position. I know there's no sun, and I can't see it, and it doesn't. And here would not be a place to do it out in the open. So I start my morning ritual, but instead of using my sword to light the fire, I just use a normal, like, little flint and everything, lighting the oil and having the small little fire in a circle going, and then kind of do my morning prayer ritual.
Okay. Vinova, you you wake up smelling what smells like burning oil in your room.
It's a scented oil, so it's
What
pretty
is
sweet.
that? My God, you're gonna burn this whole place to the ground.
Don't worry. It's in a tempered metal plate. It won't hurt anything.
Does it have to smell like that?
I guess it doesn't have to, but sorry. Normally I do this out in the open, but here.
I could see why. Well, it seems we haven't been murdered in our sleep. Always a bonus. I think I'll go check on the others, see if they're...
Although I'm not positive you didn't die a few times. You might want to have your sleeping
I
checked.
don't snore!
And then, well, after I finish my ritual, I'll cast the Wand of Identify on the spears to see if I can learn anything.
Ty, real quick, you notice as you leave, as the door shuts, you hear Vinove, I don't, and then the door shuts, and then the
Utterly
noise
silent?
disappeared a little more than it probably should have.
Huh. Interesting. And then I use the Wand of Identify on the Arcane Coin and the Fire Spear.
Okay, so I'll save you a charge on the wand. The fire
it has
spear is
charges?
exact. Yeah,
It doesn't say any charges
I
on it.
know. It's like it's almost misleading.
Well, no, if we're supposed to manage
Is that
a
how that
resource, we have to
works?
know it's how to be managed.
Fair enough. Okay, so it has. Given
sounds
your
working for no
experience with wands, I'll say this. Given your experience with wands, you know that they typically have charges that recharge depending on a certain length of time. Most of the time once per day, but sometimes once per 7 days or less. Or, sorry, more.
Okay, gotcha. So not basically, if we use the last one, there's a chance it could go away, or we have to wait for a recharge time on it.
You don't know. You've seen wands of both.
Can I cast Identify and the Wand of Identify?
The wand has to touch the thing that you're identifying.
Sorry.
Anybody got a portal or a pocket hole I could use?
Took me a second to figure out what
Me
you
and
were going
Zenevieve
with
are
that.
actually still in our room.
Okay, so
She has yet to wake up.
in that case,
She starts waking up. Is Jess here? She logged in.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm here.
that's why I'm trying to give her time to wake up.
Oh,
Okay, just the
fair
coin then.
enough. Okay.
What have I missed?
So
We got some rooms and we fell asleep and we woke up and they didn't kill us.
Oh yeah, and there was a big bone devil that came in and scared the crap out of everyone.
Bone Devil was like fucking looked me square in the hat eye and was like,
His regular eyes, not
see
his
you.
illusory eyes.
I see you there. I see this. And I was like, ah, crap.
I can't believe I slept through this.
No, you were awake for the
You were-
first.
you were
You're
awake.
awake for-
You actually heard the Bone Devil whispering to Shahala, where you didn't get the whole conversation. You got bits, which pretty much was where and what was the other thing that I said?
Her.
Something about taking her
Retrieve her,
retriever.
but it was broken up and in infernal.
He's getting a golden
dog.
retriever.
Okay, so sorry, you the Wand of Identify on the coin.
Mm-hmm.
So this is essentially a coin that is enchanted with sending. So any other coins that match this will work as a communication device. Any words spoken into it can be heard on the other side, and vice versa.
I put it up to my ear, and kind of like tuck it a little bit so it kind of stays in there. And then with my hat of disguise, I kind of.
How do you tuck it? It's a coin.
Tuck it in
that
there.
okay.
My bad. It's
That
a
is a
large,
medallion. That is not a coin.
Fair enough. A medallion.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I won't be able to. Well, maybe we
Like
can
he's
put
going
it
to
in.
the discotheque.
Maybe we can get it in Vinove's ear. I kind of hold it up, waiting. I hold it to my ear and just kind of quietly listen while I'm waiting for everybody to come back.
You hear just a very faint rustling sound.
It sends all the time. Okay, and that's what I'll be doing until they come back.
I knock on the. Guys, make it through all right.
Yes, I opened the door.
Good morning.
Hello.
Everything go all right? We
As I
disturbed
could
it all?
tell, there was some rustling outside that I didn't bother to look into.
So I think we should probably. What do you think? Should we leave immediately, or should we wait? I don't think we're finding anything else in this place worth looking.
Say we should leave.
Where the fuck would we go? We should figure that out before we leave.
We could go. Oh yes. Let me get our companion.
Through the wall.
Running through the wall. I don't care. Oh yeah. The others and I've
I
decided.
hold up a finger to him to not to talk, and I put the coin into one of the pockets of the haversack.
Okay.
Then I pull my hand down. Sorry, it seems that the thing that was given is a receiver and sender that is entirely always on. I look at him with this oh shit look.
Well, that's probably a bad thing.
Yes, indeed it is. Especially. Anyway, yes, no. So we're ready to try to get this person to come to us, or with our next.
Let's all get in the
Abraxas.
same room and talk with the others.
Yes, no, of course. I follow him to the other room.
Hello. He's coming. He's at least dawdles. He's a dawdler.
right?
I'm not used to having to move characters.
You don't have to. Just
Don't worry, everyone. Still me. Still promise. And I kind of like shapeshift my face and then shapeshift it back so that way they don't have to wonder.
I didn't give a shit at all.
Very dangerous thing to do here, but okay.
You've taken so many fucking forms. I just fucking figured I don't see your actual fucking face.
Also fair. And,
I saw you transform too, so
yes,
that's. So, any ideas? If anyone has an idea of where we should go, I think now is a good time to speak up.
Well, I have this coin that was given to us, or a medallion almost. But if you speak into it, I use the wand of identify on it. It seems to be a sending thing that is always sending and receiving. So I think if we want to talk to this Abraxas fellow, we should do so into the this and see where we should go from there. As hopefully the deal that I made and put my soul on the line may pay off with something of real value.
Okay, well, we could. Can it hear us now?
No, I've put it in the handy haversack. Should be in its own thing.
Could set a trap for this fellow. I'm just saying.
Also an idea.
If the goal is to wipe this, is it Abraxas the one that we need to get rid of, or just one of his support?
No, Abraxas is known as the. Let me look it up real quick. It's known as the. Nope, that was her. What was Abraxas known as? The knower of the smuggler, the knower of ways. We need him for information, so we shouldn't kill him unless we absolutely have to.
We could still set a trap and make him help us somehow.
Oh yes, I'm just saying, don't kill him in the trap.
No, I agree. I that's why I asked. I really don't enjoy killing. If it can be avoided, I'm all for it. Avoiding it, not killing.
I knew where you were going with that. All right.
Yes.
Anybody else opposed to this plan or have a better one?
So I think we should go
Fucking
into
oh shit.
the woods or someplace where it will for him to escape from us.
Well,
Have him there. How can we?
the only thing I'm afraid of
guarantee that
is
we'll be there first?
the only thing I'm worried about is there will be no guarantee of where we could meet him, as we are blind meeting, and those in the position of power usually demand control over that aspect.
I simply mean that we could ask him if he, hi, we're, whoever we are going to say we are, and we have a thing, something he desires or wants, and then it can meet us here and make a deal.
Oh, you
When
say
he comes to meet us, we can ambush him.
I have a feeling that the bartender would not be pleased about such an ambush, but who the fuck knows what goes on in this goddamn.
well, we could also scout out
I don't
other
mean here. I
places.
just meant that we could find a place to set a good trap.
So
The loud
scouting
scrapings
missions.
I heard outside last night here might actually be fine.
Oh,
But we also have to worry about other patrons.
Yes, they are more likely to help him than us, I believe.
maybe little more isolated.
Yes. So scouting for today then, or should we... Do we believe that this is of an importance where the more expeditious path might serve us?
Should probably try to be quick, figuring, I don't know, holes burning in the centers of our fucking chests.
No argument here.
It
By
is
the
a
way-
concern.
By the way, whenever I made a deal, even though I did not believe it to be the evil thing, and a means necessary, and my mark did grow, just so you know.
Well, we'll see if the ends justify the means on that one later, shan't we?
Agreed. I give him like this wry smile, and then
Don't,
So-
don't. I don't need that smile.
I genuinely just like chuckle at that, like completely out of fucking tiefling characters.
It's fucking better. At least understand.
Well, if you want, I can drop the voice around you all. I just do it out of habit.
No, just that weird smile doesn't have truth behind it.
Oh, really?
He
I thought
does
it
enjoy
conveyed
truth
something
with one.
of the cruel fate at which we have found ourselves, but I'll try to be more genuine. I apologize. It is one
At
of
least,
the curses
at least
of my...
towards us, might
Of
be.
course. Oh, yes, of course. And if you want, I can drop farm around you guys. It only takes...
No, that seems like way too much fucking work.
It is a bit. Oh,
Plus,
so-
if somebody walked in or something, that could be disastrous.
Oh, yes, yeah. I forgot to mention my clothes have changed completely to what Charvier is wearing, kind of more of a casual...
Just super cash.
Yeah, more
Super cash,
casual,
bruh.
and hanging out sort of thing. All right, then, well, and then I drop back into the voice.
Cracking open some cold ones with the
The
boys,
boys!
on Saturday.
Them pecs are hanging out. That's what's
I
hanging
know,
out.
right? Yeah. So with that, shall we get in contact with this person?
Yes, I'm gonna touch up my makeup while I do. I think some of it's smeared.
By the way, did you learn anything from your escapades?
All women are very risky.
Well, I
Richard
guess,
rolls his eyes and just starts re-cinching the robe,
No,
trying to
she
make sure it's not ripped.
I guess
she was
that's,
rather fierce.
I went more along the lines of the mission, but that is good to know for the future, I suppose.
That's about all I learned.
Okay. All right, so everyone, you must be completely silent while I do this. It sends every noise.
Hello.
What did I just say? Well, do you want to do it? You are a bit more. Yeah, you seem to have done.
I'm perfectly fine listening. I'm no good talking to people who aren't there.
Very well then. I pull the coin out, and then I kind of just say, "Abraxas, there." I was given
Got
this
to say
by
Breaker
Shahala.
19.
I was given this by Shahala, and was told that you would be the person to speak to. I heard
What
that
does
you
the
were.
coin say?
hiring- Shut up! I kind of
No,
look at.
there's writing on it.
I put it back in the pack. Ah! Okay, I have to be listening. Everything that happens in this area goes directly into the coin. You can't. Must be silent.
understand. I don't think it's sending.
No,
What did it say? There's a scroll on it.
the scrolling itself just said.
The words on it. Those are words.
What do the words say again?
Let me
Dwarvish.
adjust your.
Do I speak
thing here.
Dwarvish? Probably.
I already read it. I already know what it says. Sometimes
It says the Dwarvish runes say, "Speak, friend, be heard."
It says, "Speak, friend, be heard." In
So you
Dwarvish.
have to say friend in Dwarvish before it sends.
No, it was sending the. I put it to my ear, and I heard
Just because it's
noises from
sending
the
to
other
us
side.
doesn't mean it's sending to them. Just try it. That's all
Very
I'm
well,
saying.
very well. I pull it out, and I gotta go give him this fucking look, and then pull it out.
Richard face palms.
I say, "Friend in dwarf." And I say, sorry, in Dwarvish I just say, "Friend Abraxas, are you there? I was given this by Shahala."
You say this all in Dwarvish?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of wait a moment. Coin just sits there. And all of a sudden you hear,
You know, I don't actually speak Dwarvish.
Interesting way to get your message across. Then I say, was it in Infernal or in Common?
"Common."
Common. So, interesting use of something. Then, yes, I was given this by Shahala. She told me to reach out to you.
I see. Where are you?
Well, where do you want to meet?
Wherever you are.
Very well, I'm at the Shrinking Succubus.
Oh, not very far at all. Are you in the bar itself?
I will
don't
be
know if
momentarily.
Shahala told you. I prefer private meetings.
Oh no, of course not. We have some rooms here.
Which room?
Last door on the right.
Last door on the right. I will be with you momentarily.
Very well. I put the coin back in. Oh, we need to go into the other room right now.
Say friend again so it turns off or something.
I pick it up. I say "friend" in Dwarvish, and then put it back in.
As you go to put it back in, you hear this shrieking voice as it goes back in.
That's not how it works!
I pull it out. So how does
No,
it
we
work?
don't.
Do you want a lesson on sending stones, or do you want to meet up?
A bit of both, if I can get it. But of course, meeting is the priority.
Alright, then why don't we just meet up?
Well, you could.
This is
then,
with
fine.
demons and not
I put it back in the before.
basics.
I put it back in the Hammer Sander second. Just kind of look at Vinove like, okay, you know that
Well, I
whole
was
thing.
right about the coin at least.
Yes, except for you keep.
Alright. I have an idea.
Yes.
I'm just derailing your side fucking bullshit. I have a fucking idea.
Well, out with it then.
Well, he's already heard you, and you, so you
Yes.
two go in the fucking room.
Yes.
Me and Genevieve will stay here. If there's trouble, you bang on the fucking wall.
I don't.
I'll lean against the wall the whole time. Like I'll sit next to the wall.
I
In
don't
fact, we
know
should
if-
probably make sure that we can fucking hear you through the fucking wall right now.
I was going to say I do have my doubts about that. As if you didn't hear his snoring last night, for one, but for two,
I
when
do
the
not snore.
when the
Again,
door shut,
that's why
I
we need to
instantly
fucking
didn't hear
test,
him.
right?
So
Alright,
yes,
I'll be right back. Hold on.
I go with him.
No,
Is that you banging on the door?
That's him
I
walking.
knock
I
on
think.
the. I knock on the wall.
Richard, you're just sitting in the room waiting patiently.
I run back to the
That's
other room.
not fucking good.
Yeah, no. So that's not going to
Back
work.
in. Hello. No, did you hear it? Did you hear anything? Hey, well,
Ooh,
that's
Icarus!
not bad. Wait a minute.
Icarus!
Yes,
Hey,
your
Chris.
mom
You
it.
kind of you see your friend
Icarus will
sitting
be
on
in the
this
room
like,
with them! And if
Why won't
something's
his eye?
wrong, Icarus will get out. And come to
Oh.
me.
Can Icarus
That's-
open doors?
Well, if maybe he can squeeze under the door.
Icarus, can you fit under these doors? I look over at him. Kind of shake my head a little bit, like.
He kind of looks at you and looks at Genevieve and starts going back and chewing on the little candle holder.
He's not entirely reliable on this, is he?
Well,
Oh.
you know how to speak to him. Talk to him.
Hold on 1 second. I mind. Ugh. I have the cantrip message.
Okay.
I don't. Point of creature range, whisper a message, target. And only the target. Here's your message. You can reply with whisper. You can cast this spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target. Cool. So I'm
But
gonna.
magical silence, 1 foot of stone and 1 foot of inch of common metal, a thin sheet of
Oh,
lead,
that's
or
why we
3 feet of wood
didn't.
blocks.
I'm just gonna try it.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I go in the room, close it. Oh, before I go, somebody stand up against this wall.
Alright.
Ta-da!
Hey, 1 second.
I'll stand on the bed.
I try and
The
send a
bunk bed.
message.
Well,
Alright, hello? Can anyone hear me?
You can reply to this message.
Hold on, not.
Hello?
Genevieve, you see Icarus's head kind of just perk up.
Don't you have to focus that to a specific person?
Icarus, here's it!
Of course. Alright, so hold on. Here we go. Richard! Richard, can you hear me?
Well, TM, do I?
Genevieve! Hello?
So because you pointed at Icarus before you left their room, he got the
What?
message.
Why would I point at Icarus?
Well,
Because it's part of the spell.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
wait.
quickly run over
in order to
and I
point-
tell them that Icarus can hear you.
Hold on.
I'm pointing at the wall. Sorry, I'm pointing at the wall because.
Oh, we did tell Richard where to stand.
Within range. Yeah, that's why I was. Yeah.
You can cast the spell through. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You just have to know where to point.
Richard, you hear in the back of your mind, but no, hello.
It's not what I sound like at all.
It kind of sounds, and you think in the back of your head, like, that's Sinor.
Hello. Actually,
Can hear
you.
me? Can I hear back? I don't know if the spell works that way.
Yes, it can be replied to.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, perfect. Well, here we go. That's one problem solved.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Now we actually have a trap.
So I'm thinking. All right, everyone, come back in the room real quick. So I think what we should do is we'll have our meeting. We'll pretend it's something. We'll ask for something outrageous. He'll go to storm out, and that's when you two catch him as he tries to exit out the door, and we beat the crap out of him. No,
Well, why don't-
You just ask him for what we fucking need and see
Yeah,
if we
why-
get what we fucking need before we have to jump a
Very
possibly innocent.
okay, no, you're totally right. I got excited. I thought it was a good idea. Went too far. I can see that. now.
Vanova's ready to throw down.
That's
So
fine.
what we'll do? It's
I
been a while since I've had
understand
an
the
adventure.
premise.
So yeah, we'll just ask him for what we need. If he doesn't give it to us, or if we need help, I will message you through the wall. Seems pretty solid. Any objections? Any other
No,
plans?
sounds fine to me.
Hey, let's
Sounds
do
good.
this. Real quick, I'm going to change. I'm gonna make sure that I'm disguised. Does that? How long does that? Oh, 1 hour. Yeah, so I definitely have to recast that.
Oh, it was only an hour? Jeez.
I'm not sure. I have to
already
double
redid
check.
my makeup. Do I have to?
Yeah,
for
roll
anything?
roll a disguise kit check with advantage because you're just fixing.
I'm just checking to see if the Furbolg one is different. Because I just grabbed the disguise self out of
Yeah.
Bolt one.
Disguise kit. Under what?
There should be a
Strength.
disguise kit check.
I know, but dexterity comes at your choice.
Whatever you're most proficient with, so probably dexterity.
Charisma.
Okay.
My dexterity's at 10. Are you kidding me?
I don't know your
How am I
characters.
supposed to be clumsy?
I barely know my characters. Oh yeah, you fix it. You actually make it look a little bit better than what it did yesterday.
No, I look prettier than I did the other day.
Well done.
And you actually,
I
you
look
actually remember
largely
to
same.
reapply and place that little hickey on your neck from your drow friend.
Oh, should I before I go into being the tiefling I was yesterday? Do you think I should become a bone devil or some other giant?
Well, just curious, how much attention did that bone devil draw from you?
You've got a point. All right, we'll keep it lower key. I'll stick with.
Unless there's an advantage of disguising yourself as something your own size, you might go with like a Goliath or something.
There are Goliaths in here in hell.
I mean, all sorts of things being traded, but I'm just trying to think of something your own size if there's an advantage to it.
I can't think of one. I'll just cross that bridge when we get to it later. I'll just turn it on my tiefling self and then.
Is that for 1 hour, or does it because your furbolg does it last longer? Did you find out?
I can't tell. It just says you can cast Detect Magic and Disguise Self and seem up to 3 feet shorter once per short rest.
Okay, so we're probably just gonna have to go with the hour.
Yeah.
Through some majesty of Sarenrae, yes, your disguised self lasted much longer yesterday.
That was
than you
crazy. I've
anticipated.
never held it that long before. Must be getting better as I get older. That's what happens. Okay, I guess we get set up for the meeting.
Okay. So you guys get in your respective rooms, hang out, doing anything while you wait?
Does anybody need anything identified? I do have this lovely wand.
I don't think so.
Oh, that reminds me. Since you are the one who found it, Richard, do you want to keep this decanter of endless water?
You're currently the only one in the room with the no.
Oh,
well, you're not
Yeah.
with the rest.
Nobody
I
hears you.
guess
It's
that's
just
true. I guess
Renove.
he's waiting in this part of it. So,
Oh, you
Vinove.
could see if the others need anything. I'm good for the moment.
Oh, Vinove, did you want
But
one of
I
these?
pull out my what is my instrument? Fiddle. I just play it a little bit. Strum it idly.
Oh wait, I know what I'll do. Actually, I run over to the other room. Everybody, get in here real quick.
That viol sounds lovely.
And
And
then-
almost a little out of place in this hellish skate. But
And while he's playing it, I'm like, so we have been blessed by Sarenrae, and we have been chosen. I know we've had a few stumbles, and I'm gonna do the little speech thing to give everybody 18 temporary hit points.
because you're in two separate rooms.
No, that's why I went and grabbed everybody real quick
Okay, so everybody's in the upper right room.
for like 2 seconds,
Well, I think it's 10 minutes actually.
for like 10 minutes.
Richard actually declined, saying that's gonna blow our fucking cover.
Yeah, I'll follow Richard on this one.
All right, well, I go back. All right then, I'll save it. And I go back to the other room.
Well, hold on. I just put the vial down. We'll just go in there for a second. It's not a big deal.
It takes like 10 minutes.
Lord, man.
And if we're being watched, you just fucking gave away that you can also get in this room. Good fucking job.
What? What?
We-
I thought the coin was in the bag.
it is.
And if the guy is just down the fucking hall, looking down this way, he just saw that you went into another room.
Did I see anybody when I opened the door?
Roll a perception check.
Given the DM ideas.
Oh, I'm stating the obvious. There's a difference.
Hallway looks clear.
Both can be the same. Hallway looks okay.
Hallway looks
clear. All right. I'm playing my view. Ow.
I hope they just think this was his fucking room.
That's what I'll tell him.
So time goes on. About 2 hours go by.
Fucking hungry.
I start pulling out some rations.
Can't hear me.
You can't hear him.
No, no.
I mean, you can
just
pull
for
out
myself.
rations for you.
For myself.
Vinove.
I start eating. I hand some over to Vinove.
You continue to wait.
So Vinove, what have you been doing before you came here? Where'd you learn to play so beautifully?
Oh, you know, I've been mostly practicing time. Practice anything as long as I have, and you get pretty good at it.
So what started you down your... That's probably not safe to talk about.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, I'll tell you sometime if you ask. But
Very good.
can you? Did he say he would be long? Should we ask him again how long
was-
he will be?
It was
or-
specific. It was specifically mentioned that it might take however long. It's one of the things with the hells is that those of the upper crust and the higher have utter control over most situations.
And all of a sudden you hear this loud pop. And there is a hooded figure standing on the table in your room.
Ah, there he is.
Small hooded figure, just a couple feet tall.
Abraxas, I
Kind of
assume.
hunched over.
Yes.
Oh,
you doing?
wow. Hi.
Hello.
I hear you're the one to talk to about work around here.
Not work.
Passages and such. Yes.
Oh, passage, yes.
Cool.
Well, what do you... Is there a price sheet? Where do you like passage?
What are you looking for? I'm a very busy man.
Clearly.
Well,
Hold on one second. Let me pull this up.
Deadpool, I just want to be like, we need to kill a guy.
We don't need... Well,
Take it to the guy to murder, and I'll give you $1.
well, we need to... Ow.
Give me a
Don't
$1.
kill me. I'm still not at 100%. Don't kill me. Son of a bitch.
Oh man. I almost did it. I was so close to being like, oh, you see, we need to kill someone, and we heard you can get us near them to be murdered. That's probably normal around here, right?
Alright, well, how about Olgameth? Do you know where he's at?
Oh, I know where Olgameth is.
And I hear he's looking for workers for a project.
Workers.
Well, just...
If you were truly looking for work with Olgameth, you wouldn't need me, now would you? So, speak plainly.
Well,
You, tall one. Out with it.
well, okay. I don't know. Alright, I don't know how honest to be here, but well, just to check, how do you feel about murder? Are you generally for or against?
I don't really care. As long as I get my payment. Now, let's start this simple. Where do you want to go?
Hold on. How much would passage be for 4 people?
4.
And he looks at you, and he looks at Quillen.
4. I only see 2.
Yes, we have others.
Of
with
course.
us.
Others, where are they? I don't like
Don't worry.
being kept in the dark.
Well, that's why he told you 4, isn't it?
I've told. Well, look, there's no need to get them involved until we know that we can get them involved. You see, keep it real tight. Keep everyone just knowing as much as they need to. You see.
So you don't know if they're traveling with you.
I
cheaper
know
for
we
2.
can I know we can afford 2. I'm
Are you
just
sure?
seeing
You
if we
don't
can
know my
afford
prices.
4. Well,
That's-
then tell me how much 4 people would be, man.
Oh.
You demons and your inability to say a thing straight driving me crazy.
We do that every now and then. So now, 4, my usual price for such a travel would be...
And he reaches into his pocket, and he pulls a piece of paper out, and he holds it up and kind of like sticks it into the hood. Because you still haven't seen. All you see is the hood and this darkness.
A trip there with 4 would be 4 magical items of worth.
Hey,
That's
right,
enough.
that's something. That's something. We've got something going on here. Great.
What do you know about Altar?
Well, that's where Olgameth is, and I'm assuming that's where you want to go.
Yes.
What do you ask?
Cool,
Do you want
I
a
guess-
dissertation about the city of Alta?
Oh,
You know,
if you could tell us
if
more
we're to
about
do-
that'd be so great. It'd be so helpful.
If we are to do business, how can we trust you, someone we've never met, never known? Who is supposedly going to teleport us somewhere we don't know where we're going. A little faith trade is never a bad thing in business, no matter the business. So help me out, trade me a little faith.
I mean,
Roll a persuasion check.
well,
Woo!
asking for.
Faith. An interesting word to use down here.
Do you not have faith in your contracts? Don't be so obstinate, idiot.
No one said this was a contract. I don't tend to deal in contracts. A little too binding for me.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, the city of Alta, what I will tell you is this. There's very limited ways to get in. You are.
You think you haven't?
I
You have
know
to do it
that
for a
feeling,
long
bro.
time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
good
Did
news
you
is-
need? Do you need some bod spice?
No,
Just
thanks.
make him cough more.
I'm trying to stay on the wagon. The city of Alta. The good news is you're on the right plane. It is in this layer of hell. Unfortunately, it's not exactly somewhere you can walk. There are certain entryways, and unless Olgameth himself grants you passage, you have to use
You.
less.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. See,
You get me.
I get you now.
And as he
well,
lifts
it's a
he
good
points
thing we found you, man. Can
as
you
he
imagine
lifts
if
his
we tried
arms to
do
point
it?
at you like this. You see this hand with very tiny but these incredibly long, very thin fingernails about halfway down, and a little bit floppy as he points them at you.
Well, I guess Alto is the place to be then.
I point to the wall, and I send a message to Richard. I whisper. No one else can hear this, so.
No, you can do it. Whisper is mental, so you don't. No one can hear yours or the reply.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, Richard, it seems that this demon can get us to the city where Abraxas is. He claims he's the
Olgameth is.
only
He's Abraxas.
where Olgameth is. And he's
Filled with
either
as you step
hitting us
forward,
with
he actually takes a step
hard cell.
Oh, I was just showing that I
He's
wasn't in
actually
line.
true.
Okay, that's fair though.
and up onto the bed.
Anyway, he's a tiny little fellow, and he could probably get us there. I think you guys should come in the room. I don't think there's any danger.
With my reply, I'm gonna at least let him know that we're joining. Surprise.
Absolutely. Excuse me, sir. Our companions will be joining us shortly.
Good. I prefer knowing who I'm traveling with.
Right?
Genevieve, grab the marmot.
I grab Marmont.
Quickly, make sure you hide him well.
Alright.
She can't hear you.
Fuck.
Going, just, I don't know, tuck him away.
I will.
Actually keep an eye on him, not let him fucking run about and steal a bunch of shit, please.
Okay, will do.
Good. And then we'll go over there, I guess.
Okay, so Genevieve, how are you hiding Icarus?
I'm gonna hide him with my cursed items. He's very happy there with all of, the trinkets in it.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and you guys head over, and as you head over, you
And I shush him.
as you step out of your room, you notice two individuals, one of them being a chain devil and a tiefling, the other being a tiefling, standing outside the door of another room.
Pay them no mind, and I just assume my business.
I also follow Richard's lead and just mine as well, but I keep my perception up in case they come up behind us.
Okay.
I was just moving swiftly.
All right, so you guys are in the other room. Go ahead and move your tokens over, if you please.
Boop. Boop.
1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we're being a little more honest with each other. Tends to swing better both ways, doesn't it?
Yes, that's why we told you there was 4. You seemed an uninteresting fellow, but that's okay.
Now, as for the deal, the transportation takes some work. We will need to retreat somewhere where I can perform my ritual. We will step through a portal, and we will arrive there. Where exactly, I can't always predict.
Oh
But
boy.
know this, I am only a means of transport, and not protection.
Oh.
Do I believe him on the
Worries.
randomness?
Roll an insight check. He's being in that hood. You can't get a read on him. It's a voice coming out of a dark spot. You can't. You're having. He's trying to move his. He's moving his face away intentionally to keep you from actually
Very well.
seeing what he looks like.
Show some trust, and where would be an appropriate place to go then?
Kind of
I mean,
Pauses
maybe
for
from
a
the
second.
top.
You know,
Okay, well,
I-
let's just
oh.
go
go
Sorry.
where?
to the city. Where this fellow is.
Well, I can't exactly create the rune transportation circle here. I just told
Oh.
you that.
Where should we go?
Well, it's my end. As
No,
your
to
as your
start the
tiefling
circle.
friend just asked, he asked me where we should go. And as far as I know, you actually might know a little private cottage nearby.
Wait, how would they know a cottage nearby?
We obviously did a fucking deal with what's-her-face upstairs to kill fucking people in a goddamn house. He's talking about the fucking house.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
Right,
I,
well,
don't
That's
think,
his house.
I don't think I was there for that. Quite interesting.
It's fine. It's just demons being cryptic as always. Let's go.
Richard yet again facepalm.
I open the doors and look outside.
Okay, as you walk out, you
Well,
hear another
hi.
loud snap and pop, and Abraxas disappears.
I guess we'll meet him down there. I thought he was gonna walk with us. I guess he's got tiny little legs, probably taking forever. Hello.
Oh my god.
As you
Christ. This
say
fucking
this
character.
awkward greeting, the chain devil looks over at you, kind of looking up at you, and doesn't say anything.
Genevieve.
Did you look at his eyes or at his hat?
He's not in
First off, you
disguise.
should probably use.
Wait, what?
Oh, my disguise wore off. It's been over an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you did not disguise yourself for the meeting.
No, no.
Oh
he
no, I
did.
disguised myself.
Can't what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, you know what? Your disguise did wear off because you guys waited for several hours and you didn't know when he would show up.
Oh, I didn't.
If you
okay.
want to, we can retcon that you did a disguise again before you exiting.
Oh, all right. Before I exit, then I'm like, all right. So, I get fuck. Yeah. So I thought I still had a disguise on me because I don't really want to spend a spell slot to do it again.
Yeah, with you waiting over, it ended up being several hours. Your disguise
Oh, okay.
wore off.
I thought
and
it was
he-
like 20 minutes. That's my bad.
Oh yeah, no. You guys initially waited for 2 hours and then another hour. I should have
then I just
mentioned that your
donned-
disguise wore off. I will let you keep your spell slot because I was unclear. If you want to spend it now instead.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll just do that. So,
Okay.
as I'm walking out, I turn into my tiefling form.
Okay.
You know,
Genevieve.
Ah, who is this Genevieve you talk about?
God.
I'm Zextra.
Tiny one.
I'm,
Tiny one, what room was your companion of the evening in?
In the
We're
basement.
in the basement already.
Oh.
What fucking door was
Oh, hang on, I wrote it down.
it?
Was that like second
I've been
door
a
on the
fucking
left?
Bottom
dentist
left.
with the amount of teeth I fucking pulled.
Bottom left, the first one on the left.
First one on the left, alright. I don't believe those things were around that door.
Genevieve, roll a history check for me.
Okay.
just
And
call me the
maybe-
Oh.
just call me a retired plumber.
And,
'cause I am tired of this shit.
Vinove, your disguise self doesn't take up a spell slot until the second time you use it. And actually, you can only use
Oh,
it
perfect.
once per long rest. Or short rest.
Okay.
Yeah,
my
because
bad.
it's basically a bonus thing, so it doesn't take up your spell
Fearbolt.
slots, but you can't keep casting it.
Okay.
So there you go. Genevieve, you actually, you're like, oh, is it the first on the left or was it the second?
Second
on the
door
left?
on the left. Second.
She wrote it down. Where that guy's getting his bone devil on. Okay, good to know.
Great. Your companion might be getting, for all I know, defiled to death.
Well, she left. There was nothing left of her in there.
Oh my. Taking that as just we don't fucking care then. Alright.
Should I bother telling them she's not in there?
I don't care. I would leave them alone, but I don't care. You're all gonna do whatever the fuck you're going to do anyways.
I debate it, and I ask him like, "Excuse me,
Debate it.
are you
We're still
looking
in
for
the
Caldor?"
room. You have to leave if you're going.
Oh, I thought we were in the hallway.
Excuse
Sorry.
me.
No.
I'm also theater
Just
of
to
the
make
Minding
things
Card.
just to make things easier for me, if you guys can move your tokens, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. And I say, "No, excuse me. Are you guys looking for Caldor?"
Is this in common or infernal?
Man.
Infernal.
Okay. So the chain devil looks over at you. Looking. We found. And he looks down at his feet, and you actually see blood seeping out from under the door.
Oh.
Then I won't trouble you.
I suggest you don't.
You've got
I'm
red
just
on
going
you.
to fuck upstairs.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
we're gonna go right the fuck upstairs.
As you go to walk past, the tiefling steps in front of you. How do you know, Caldor?
Boy, there's enough blood on the floor. Please excuse us.
No, you know what? You need to watch your tone with me. She was a lay, that was it. And then she disappeared when I wanted a second, so whatever.
At that, the mage or the tiefling kind of chuckles. Fool, and steps aside.
Seriously, dude, she's gonna knock your teeth in.
Oh,
cool.
calling me a fool?
I think
Yes.
so.
Hey, if you know anyone looking for a pimp, though, she's the best.
Whoa,
What
what
the fuck does that mean? She didn't
Yeah.
have anything, did she? I checked.
Oh god, can we just fucking leave?
Excuse me, pardon
Pardon
me.
coming through, yes. 100 pardons. Just keep making my way.
So Genevieve, are you pressing the questioning, or are
Done
you
with
leaving
this
with everyone
fucking
else?
shit.
I just stand behind the guy.
I'm asking the question.
Oh, you didn't know. They never know, do they?
It's part of magic, isn't it?
She's a succubus, you idiot.
Don't be a dick.
Hold on, well, what does that matter? If you enjoy your time with her and she doesn't kill you...
Do I know why that's a bad thing?
You get the feeling now that might be sleeping with a devil might be the reason why your corruption grew, and that there might be some kind of
No shit.
underlying long-term problems for you.
You gave her an FSTD? Family
What
fantasy sexually
exactly
transmitted
does
disease?
that mean? Like, for me, what does that do?
Yeah, we never know these things, so if you could tell us, that'd be great.
Do I know from helping Andre with people with their crap?
You're all paladins, so make history checks if you want to.
Oh, they're on that
Uh,
fucking. Oh,
yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Nailed it. Holy fuck!
Been
Vinove,
around a while.
Vinove's had this problem.
thinking about your times in the past, especially with your
this accusation.
bar hopping, you've actually seen you've seen a few individuals fall under the charm of a succubus, and you know that succubus succubi, their kiss usually contains some kind of magical hold over the targeted individual, and oftentimes will remain and twist and corrupt the individual, making them make poorer and poorer choices in order to corrupt their soul for reaping down in the hells.
Even more unlucky. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, I guess it's a good thing you killed her. We're gonna keep going. And I go with the guys, and I start, tugging on Vinova. Okay, what the fuck? You have that look of knowing. What's...
so look, what's gonna happen is
Don't you all think this can wait till we're on our way?
I'm walking and talking.
Passing,
Fantastic.
walking and talking.
So,
Yes.
Disappearing
basically what's
after-
gonna happen, you're gonna become obsessed with this chick, she's gonna make you crazy for a little while. You're definitely tainted now, right? It's the thing.
Well, she's dead, so that's not an issue, right?
Maybe. I have no idea. You should probably get blessed as soon as you can. Saint priest. Fine.
Young priest and an old priest.
Don't worry, I've got you. Don't panic too much. I have something for that.
Alright, you know what? Every
You
single
would.
time something like this happens to me, nothing fixes it, okay? So, fuck.
Do you want some bod
Well, I hope
spice?
so anyway.
Damn it.
Bad
Yes!
spice will make you feel better.
So that is the last thing I need right now. We need to be on our game. Let's go.
It's on our game.
Agreed.
Sharp as attack, not
I'm
waiting
trying
and
really
spicy.
hard not to sound like my normal self, so I'm like kind of half like, oh, no, this is not good. Fuck it.
Make our way upstairs to the bar.
As you guys make your way upstairs to the bar, you witness Genevieve just having this big internal struggle. She loses her accent a few times, not really, just repeating weird things over and over again and not quite landing on it, but by the time she gets upstairs, she nails it and still a little flustered.
Just one thing before we head out. Quilters, Richard, Genevieve. Do all demons talk like... do they talk like all like this?
It does seem
need to
to
do
be the
that.
pattern around here. You know, I've never
I
been
had a
to this.
frog in my throat, okay?
The,
I'm
second-
legitimately asking. I've never been this far down in hell before. I just want to make sure that I'm passing
I have
as
no
like,
fucking idea.
Usually-
Last night I had a frog in my throat, so I had to run with it, okay?
Okay, alright. I'll make a snap decision when we run into somebody. whether-
Vinove, just so you know, it's not necessarily an affectation. It's the way their faces and shit are shaped. A lot of them don't have lips. Some of them, not entirely made of flesh. and it affects
well, I
them.
have
Barmaid sounded fairly normal.
But just you've taken the form of a
Alright.
tiefling before. The tiefling normally don't have that. They're just a little. Give them this
Great,
weird.
okay,
they're just a
alright,
little creepier than normal.
Alright, cool. Let's go. Alright, let's go. Hey, fellas!
You're nailing this.
Do you have any of them marijuana cigarettes?
Get out of here, dude. You don't want none of this.
Fellow children, do you happen to know where I can buy some?
Hello.
I'm looking for my puppy. Do you want to help me look?
You guys have any spice for my pie?
Okay.
Hello, fellow children.
Pardon my large
two
friend.
just-
We're going through here, and I just try to push past them.
They kind of do the thing where they don't move but let you push past.
Good enough.
Can I do a
Made it
strength
through.
check on how much I pushed them out of my fucking way?
Absolutely, you can.
Be careful of El Gigante, I say as I'm going through.
So as you push past, in an effort to give a little extra
Jesus.
elbow to get past, so they
That's
don't
some-
feel
That was
that
a
you're
save,
actually
not a
much
check.
shorter than.
Oh,
than your,
sorry.
Sorry
How do
that
I-
you're.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, that's a save.
Ah.
Oh,
We'll do this. Your original roll was a 16
+7.
plus 5, so,
Oh, so it actually be better.
it's actually higher.
Holy fuck.
So as you go, yeah. So as you go to push by, making sure that they
yeah.
get out of the way, so that they don't feel that you're actually much larger than what you appear. The Cambion by the door is actually slammed into the corner and falls down. Just
Pardon me. My goodness. Sorry. You should be careful. Don't fall over.
the chain devil. You start to see the chain devil. The chains actually start to unravel from
Come
its.
on, guy. That was a good one, and
thing.
he earned it. You know it.
You just saw him do that, and you want to start some shit. Interesting.
No. Let's just go. Let's go. It's
Hold
All
on,
right,
hold on, hold
Yes.
on. Make an intimidation check with advantage because Quildrith is helping you.
Talking about me?
Yes, sir.
Intimidation?
Yes, sir. Unless you were trying to persuade him.
Bam, and then...
Bam!
Okay,
We'll do
nice.
that. So you see the
You said
chains
with
just...
advantage, right?
Yes, I did. Quildrith was helping you. So you see the chains unravel from his beard and start to come out as if to try to wrap around you, and then he kind of looks down at his friend and looks over at you, and you can just see the chains slowly slink back into him, and he goes back to standing by the door and looking at the stairs as he was earlier.
I knew you were cool.
And he actually reaches behind him, and since you're already outside, closes the door.
Wait.
Richard came through too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I would have walked by during the kerfluffle because I don't give fucks right now.
Shits were not given by Richard.
Richard is not pleased with anything about us
He,
doing
he
life right
forgot
now.
all of his, he forgot all of his shits at home. He just woke up in the middle of the night. He was very rushed. Okay.
Shifts to begin with.
I had shits. I just cannot really show them here for obvious fucking reasons.
So you guys exit the shack, and where are you headed?
We're headed to the place where we did the thing and killed the things.
That murder house.
Murder
Candy
house.
and
All right,
murder
so
house.
you walk down the street. You know it's maybe a little over a mile down the ways, and you're walking down, and it seems a little darker than it was before. The flames are still erupting all over the place as far as smelters and furnaces still going. Can I get an order of movement?
Do you guys want me to scout ahead for rogue thing?
I'm
I'll
gonna
just be-
be in between the big guys.
I'm definitely the slowest. I'll be at the back.
All right, I will stealth ahead then.
I'll be-
You guys, does that sound good?
I'll be second.
Sir?
I'll be third.
Okay, so
A different campaign. Bloodscale sees him like, what the fuck?
so the party.
I mi- I
So
missed
Quildrith
something. What happened?
walks. He rolled a
28
Nat
on
20
stealth.
nat
stealth.
20 on the stealth.
Oh, yeah.
Quildrith begins to walk ahead of the group, and although there are only a few people here, and hiding places are abundant, he actually chooses to hide in plain sight, melding into the crowd, and you actually find it difficult to keep track of him, even though you know specifically what to look for. So as you guys move through the streets, you come across a courtyard, as it were, like a town center, and you see a large wooden stock, a bone devil standing outside of it in cages.
Does the bone devil look familiar?
The bone devil looks like a bone devil.
Fuck. Okay, anything in the cages? Oh no, I recognize one thing. Am I allowed to recognize that thing?
What?
Roll perception. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
She's one
on
of the
there.
People, you've met her before, right?
Yeah. I just want to make
Yeah,
sure like
I
I'm
banged
allowed
her.
to. Yeah, you did. Like a drum
I
I
remember
thought
because
she was
that
dead, damn
wanted it. No, I'm sorry.
this same
fuck.
art I used for a character art for Molly once. I'd like turned the hair, changed the hair color or something. It's
Are
like,
we gonna have to walk that way in order to get to the house?
You know, the last time that you did walk through this square the last time on the way, but I mean there are side streets.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess I can't see it because I'm not scouting ahead, but
I'll come back to the party and report to them. Okay, so I see, to that you guys seemingly appear out of nowhere, and I'm like, so yes, Bone Devil,
Oh,
holding
God.
your
Jesus, boy.
sorry about that, your tryst
Boy.
in cages, along with surrounded what I think were chain devils. Not entirely positive. Oh, thank you.
Hey, well,
oh, is this where I gotta make a roll?
it's fine.
Well,
We're all paladins here. We can't
Before
leave the girl.
before
it's
we
not
get
an
here,
option.
no, I'm worried about her control over our friend's mind. Before we do that,
Oh.
is there I pull her into like an alleyway?
Can't leave the girl. She's a fucking evil ass drow succubus.
Yes.
Of course we
Other
can
than,
fucking leave her.
it's not about that. It's about her mark upon our friend here. That she might be able to affect Genevieve's mind. No offense,
Well,
Genevieve.
doesn't
I mean
that
in a magical way, not in a.
Should we?
regular-
Oh,
Should we avoid this and let her be fucking executed?
Oh no,
Should
no.
we- should
We
we
are not going to
blindfold
save her. It's
Genevieve?
just Genevieve is one we wish to keep with us because it seems to be our faith tied up in her.
should-
Would you mind blocking the way there, Vinove?
Yeah, absolutely.
It should help him as well. I try to find like a dead end alley where I can hide behind these two.
I can just carry her.
No, it's not.
I'm
It's,
worried
it's,
about that. I can just
no.
carry her the whole way.
I have greater restoration at my ability.
What does that? What is it? Okay, that's helpful.
It is.
Open
It might be something that
casting?
can help her. I just would need a
Oh,
secure
okay.
place to cast this magic.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alright, so dark corner.
Roll an investigation check, Quildrith.
Okay.
You-
Uh,
Well, you were looking for a dark corner, right?
Well, I was asking everybody to look for one.
Oh, my bad.
yeah.
My
So
bad.
all of us roll.
Sure.
Let's see. What's
That's why I shared the
that
situation of what
Let's
I
have
rolled.
everyone roll an investigation check.
Yeah. Boom, doom.
Except for Richard, because he never
I'm
rolls
so.
investigation.
I'm still tired.
Nope, I will roll it. I've just Not pleased about
Okay,
life,
this microphone
liberty,
is randomly
or the pursuit of
electrocution.
justice.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Damn, dude.
So
I have a -1. I had to roll fucking high.
you're all looking around, and there's lots of little side streets, but everyone that you see seems to also be looking for little side streets to have conversations and talk about things and do little dealings. Richard, you finally give a shit enough to look around, thinking like, these peasants can't seem to find anything in here. I'll do it
Useless
for
pricks.
them. And you look up, and you're actually standing next to a door that is slightly ajar in a house that seems abandoned.
I'm just gonna peek my fucking head in.
Make a perception check. It's dark. There's broken furniture about, lots of dirt and dust, a very large fireplace.
I just quickly wave everybody in. Just
Follow.
come on.
You all duck into the little house.
Quickly follow.
Perfect. So I once I got in, no one's here, right?
As far as I know, as far as I can tell.
I pull her into a corner farthest away from the any windows. I have Vinove, would you mind blocking you as well, Richard? And then I as stealthily as I can, I use Andre's prayer bead to cast greater restoration on Vinove.
Okay, go ahead and mark that off for the day.
On Vinove?
Not Vinove, not on Vinove. I apologize. On Genevieve.
Fine, bro.
Nope, he said it. He said it. He's
Oh,
doing
you
it.
fucking I'll mark it off for the use of the day.
And that's one of your recharger ones, right?
Yes, recharges every morning.
Okay.
I also might have a way for us around this.
All right, so you pull the prayer beads off of your neck, and you thumb them through them for a second, and you find one in particular that feels familiar, and you focus on it, and you lean forward and you press the bead to her forehead, and the bead begins to glow a little bit brighter and brighter and brighter, and you feel this warm energy grow in the bead, and using your thumb you press a little bit harder, and Genevieve, it actually begins to hurt your forehead just a little bit, and this warm energy pushes out of the bead into your head and into your body, and you feel the warmth and guidance of Sarenrae, and what you felt at the back of your head, this little itching of, well, maybe we should do the right thing and be the right thing to save her, that's gone.
And,
Okay.
well, I have these.
actually,
Oh yeah.
barring my love for troublesome, beautiful faces, I think I'm good.
Really excellent. Also, having these beads out reminded me of something. I can turn us all into mist, and we can just fly over here and get
Oh,
directly to that.
You
if
can
that would be.
turn us all into mist. Of course, you can.
I know,
Why
right?
didn't I think of that?
It's part of these beads. I can do it twice a day.
Great. Well,
So,
that seems
the-
like a good plan.
What the spell would do to you
because-
is. Go ahead.
Do we really need to possibly waste a trump card right now?
Well,
Yeah,
this is
let's say
something that I have two of, so we can do it once now and once later if absolutely.
No, I understand that.
I also
However-
I'd like to point out the Bone Devil saw right through my illusion earlier. Is this illusion magic, or will we actually?
No, this is. You will actually become.
Okay,
Um,
here's what I'm saying though. We have no idea what's coming up in the future.
It's true.
We might want to save every resource we can. If she's fine now and dealing with what's her fucking throw ass over there, won't fuck with her head, we could just walk by and not give a fuck.
Well, the windwalk would last for 8 hours, so with two
It's
charges
fine.
would cover 16 hours, which is most of a day.
Does this
say
require any form of concentration?
No, it is part of my prayer beads here,
Oh.
and you can
Then it's
change
your
back and
fucking
forth
choice. I don't
at a
care.
1-minute transformation.
Just trying to save us fucking resource at this point.
Yeah, let's
You
save
do have a
it.
good point.
It's just,
I will save it.
They,
Then.
they may not recognize us, but I was.
I think it would raise more issues if they saw a whole bunch of mist just,
Rolling
Now-
out
just
nowhere.
Richard,
Yeah.
What kind of night is it? Is it like super warm, Mike? Like, would fog be weird?
Fog would definitely be weird. Cool.
Okay.
We don't want to draw any
There
more
is a lot of
attention to ourselves.
smoke in the
Let's just
air
go.
due to all the
Let's be cool,
furnaces.
Be cool, guys. Just
Honestly, I would
walk
like
to-
to get a test of this, make sure it worked, because I've been not exactly feeling a certain presence that I'm used to fucking down here.
Agreed.
So this would at least reaffirm a little bit.
Perfect then.
Fair enough. All right.
Okay, so before you guys leave, we're gonna take a quick break.
Mike needs to pee.
There's so much beer.
That's all right. I need
yeah.
seltzer water. I'll be
I
right
also
back.
need some. Woof. Thank God we got you cleansed of that. That could have gone really
Yeah,
bad.
thank God you scouted ahead, because if we had walked into that big fucking center and I saw her, chances are he would have had me roll.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Or she could have just looked at me and started screaming, and I would have been under a spell.
Yeah. Well, like, succubi
That
get
could have been
vicious if
really
they get away.
fucking
Like,
bad.
oh man.
Now you guys get to chastise me and tell me about how I need to watch where I stick it.
Or well, where you get
And
stuck.
that I'm
Either
a
one.
priest of, or a or a paladin of Serenray, for Christ's sake, and I
But
need to
that's-
act like it.
But my character is funny in the way that if he thinks you were doing it in order to redeem a lost soul, he would understand the reasoning behind it. Like he's very not lawful, way more chaotic good than.
Yeah, mine's chaotic good. Like, she's straight up chaotic good. So she might have done it anyway, but she knows right now that's not a good fucking idea.
That's fair. All right, one sec.
Now for chapter 2 of our journey. Chapter 2. TJ has ice cream.
I would too, except Jess ate all the good ice cream.
Oh no! Betrayal!
Do you want me to get you some?
Betrayal!
Okay.
Oh, no,
You'd have to
but,
literally leave.
Okay.
That's
this
what I was
this is
offering, did you
my,
know?
my
You
jam
don't
right
have time for
here.
you to literally leave.
This Ben and Jerry's One Love ice cream.
What is it? Oh, describe it to me.
It is banana ice cream with caramel and graham cracker swirls and fudge peace signs in it.
Oh, fuck,
Oh,
dude.
man.
No, that's an Elvis Presley
Thank you.
ice
Oh,
cream
man.
right there.
Seriously, it's super good though.
Okay, now that is everybody back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was going to get seltzer water.
Yeah.
No, I'm here. I'm
Okay,
here. Been talking about ice
Okay.
cream.
Okay. All right, so back to it. You guys exit the building and come out into the same street that you were walking down. The Bone Devil is still there, as well as two Chain Devils on the stocks, and the female drow in the cage.
Alright, so let's just go through this fast.
Do we understand what they're saying?
They're not saying anything at this point.
Okay. Well, just
So
kind
let's
of.
just go really fast and
As you walk up, like, shut up, shut up, shut up, someone's coming, shut up.
Genevieve, I will know that that truly worked if, when we pass, if she tries to fucking say anything to you, just flip her off and keep walking.
okay, I will.
All right, so we make
Good
our way.
plan. That's a really Richard, that's
Can
a
I
solid
stealth ahead
plan.
again?
Sure, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Watch we crit fail this one. You see me like being all sneaky and. Like,
Ba-ding,
obvious.
ding, ding. You ran into garbage cans.
Garbage day!
Damn it, Ty.
Oh man,
Yeah!
you don't even know what you're
That
looking for, motherfuckers.
So
Dude.
Lice there
Quildrith,
just feels a weird tickle.
Quildrith once again managed to he just disappear amongst the
guess
several
urban
small
environment is his
groups
shit.
that are talking and moving throughout the streets and
This is some Assassin's Creed shit.
right.
This is like a bad movie where they can't, they're edited wrong and a guy just pops back and forth and you lose track of him.
Possibly a decent game.
All right, so I'll kind of.
So that's about as close as you can
Stick
get.
to
You're
the
actually
shadows,
you're on the corner there underneath, melding into a group of 5 individuals whispering amongst each other.
Which
Oh
way
yeah,
do
because
we
I
need
can
to
only
head?
move 30
So
feet.
we're
Are
going
we doing
up and
it?
taking a left? Is that
Are we
what
doing
it is?
actual like 30 feet?
No,
30
no,
feet
no.
from-
You're just there because you know if you approached any closer, you'd be out in the open. So you would lose
Which
your
direction are we headed? That's all.
north. So
Oh,
like
shit.
when you walked, you actually walked this way. Ty, if you want to reposition, knowing that
Yeah.
now, okay.
I thought we were going.
No, you're
west.
fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay. I just slowly walk up. What is this thing on the ground here? Is that like a manhole cover?
Yes.
Everybody shits, even the
I'm not gonna
devils.
step on that then.
So we'll round it.
I follow.
TG, you got to stop moving at some point. He said this is as far as we could go.
Oh, no, that was just as far as you could go without breaking stealth.
Oh, okay. Then
Because if you walked any further, you'd actually be out in the courtyard.
I see. Yeah, well, I'll stick to the side there and just keep going.
Okay.
Staying close enough that I can help if needed.
So Genevieve, as you walk by, you hear like a loud bang on some cages. Sestra! Sestra!
I glance over.
You look over and you see Kaldor just frantic looking, leaning up against the bars, looking you dead in the eye. Help me.
God, paladins are evil.
I know what you're trying to do. Fuck you, bitch. I keep walking.
You flip with the bird?
Shit.
No,
I
that
flip
works.
for the bird.
It's fine. Okay,
Yes.
you do that
Oh shit.
As you
then.
walk
wow,
past,
since I-
For the bird.
It's been a
As
while
you walk
since I
past and you
hang with
flip her the
paladins.
bird,
You guys are hardcore.
you hear her yell out one last time, Sestra, please.
Ooh, it hurts.
I start pushing the little one forward.
Yeah, I keep going.
And at this point, you see the Bone Devil turn its head towards you.
I'm not even looking. I'm just continuously going.
And just before you're out of earshot, you hear her yell out, Sestra, they're going to kill me, please. Help.
Push, push, shove, shove. Push, push, shove, shove.
Yes,
Ugh.
I keep pushing and shoving, and I'm just like, like,
Bitch is evil. Bitch is a succubus.
are you sure she can't be redeemed?
Succubus.
Can succubuses be redeemed? I don't know if
Succubi,
anyone's ever tried.
succubi, succubus.
Well, there's Trizzit, and he's a drow.
He's a drow, not a succubus, you fucking shit. Shut the
All
fuck
right,
up,
all
let's
right.
go.
Going.
Has she shown any propensity for being saved? Because
I
what
keep
she did to you is not saving material.
Yeah, I keep going.
We're on.
So you guys leave?
I feel like a heartless jackass, but
Quildrith
yeah, we're
is
Just blame me, I don't fucking care.
Quildrith is ashamed at what he had to say to get her to move, for the record. And he,
Yeah,
when
he pretty much shoved me through.
I continue on stealthing ahead of
It
everybody.
literally shoved her. There was no pretty much.
I wasn't even
Sprouts, sprouts, bye, we're out. Fuck this bitch.
You know what it is?
Bad.
I've gotten
I don't
nat
like
20s
people
ever since I
dying.
became a black tiefling who's like blends in with the shadow and everything.
That's racist.
How is that
My
racist?
God, man.
I think it's a little racist.
Only if you're racist.
Yeah, that means you can't see at night either, though. So
Making hell great
No,
again,
can't see
sir.
during the day. Drow can see at night.
no, like never mind.
Yes.
So you
It
guys
was a
push
military
past
thing
and
back in the day.
you are you no longer can hear her shouts for you, and you walk down the streets
I'm
with
not gonna
a
lie,
little
this
more
is kind of a
interruption.
bummer.
You walk down the street with a little
Who
more
thought hell
interruption,
would be such a bummer?
and
I
you come
did,
across.
and I was fucking right. Go.
You arrive back
Sad.
at the same location in which you fought
Very,
the
very.
Cambion.
Fucking dick. That's hilarious. Alright, do I have to roll stealth or am I still double nat 20 rolling?
At this point, you'd have to roll a new stealth roll because you're in a different location.
Alright.
rolling. Fail now. Rolling. No, I'm just kidding. Suspense is killing me.
I know, I have a fucking touchpad and one. Ooh.
So you approach the cabin.
You stare directly into the camera and say, "Shh, I'm hunting rabbits."
I didn't roll that.
You didn't roll that
you
bad. You
dickhead.
didn't roll that bad.
I kind of like.
Honestly, as far as he should know, he should feel pretty stealthy.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel pretty
you,
good,
You,
yeah.
you move up feeling
Alright.
decently stealthy, kind of trying to remember where you exactly went to.
I just kind of want to case through the windows and see if anybody's in the joint.
Benove is actually going to try this
A perception
time.
check.
Boy, I should have
Well,
invested
you
more in
try what?
perception.
I'm
This is
sorry.
for fucking shit.
It'd be sneaky.
Roll
I mean,
without
you can see his ass
perception
right there.
is a little odd.
Oh yeah, well I knew what I was about. Oh yeah, I
So-
saw everything.
So as you go to look in the window, it's a little dusty, and you try to blow it away so you see, and it just comes back and it just gets in your eyes like
oh god, it seems good.
and you're like
I like sit down, rubbing the shit out of my eyes.
and it's particularly burning. You think that the dust and ash here might be a little acidic.
Great. I go to the front door and check if it's locked still.
It is
How'd you
unlocked.
get pink eye?
I kind of wave everybody over so I wouldn't open the door with no help. I missed it. Damn it.
Something happened.
I said, how'd you get pink eye?
Fucking good.
You know, as far as people picking up diseases in hell, I don't think Genevieve should be laughing at anybody.
Oh man.
Oh, I was seriously worried you were gonna give me an STD, and you kind of did.
He
Well,
did.
I mean, yeah,
I was Yo Doctor.
That's straight up an STD, yeah.
yeah. Actually, an STC.
No, it was an
Sexually
RPG STD.
Corruption. All right, so you walk up and the door is unlocked.
All right, I kind of like wave everybody over and kind of make the be sneaky symbol, like.
I walk quietly.
Are you stealthing?
I guess.
I mean,
sure.
roll stealth.
I don't.
Okay.
Holy shit! Stealthy bitch.
All right, so
Whoever's
I ran
whoever's
up
moving up
behind
stealthy,
them.
like a stealth check.
all right, I'll give it a try since they're trying it. I'm doing it for shits and giggles
Oh no,
because
Richard has
I'm very not stealthy.
Do you have disadvantage because of your armor?
He does.
Yes.
He do.
Does anybody else?
I haven't rolled yet.
Well, oh.
I don't think she's wearing plate. Guess
No,
what
I'm not.
armor you're wearing?
I'm wearing chainmail.
Yep, you're fine.
Yeah, I think the only ones wearing plate are Vinove and Richard, right?
Oh shit, Vinove has to roll again.
I'm
at
wearing.
disadvantage then.
What's that? Sorry, it's I gotta go to my equipment for this. Splint armor.
Okay,
Ah.
you're fine then.
That's like samurai armor, right? Is
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
right?
basically.
Okay, all right.
Honestly, I'm just gonna wait there for like another minute or two, and I'm just gonna walk up normal.
I open the door. I see him walking normal, and I try the door.
I have not. I said I was gonna wait there a minute or two.
Okay, I kind of like give him this. He's like, "Come on, just be stealthy." Come
Just
on,
go,
dude."
and I just waved like go inside.
I
So I'm
shrug
gonna walk inside.
and I
Okay.
open the door.
You walk inside, and the place looks exactly as it was before, including 4 headless Cambion heads and a just terrible stench of
I forgot
blood
to loot them.
and decay.
No, we looted him.
Oh, okay. Never
I stick my head out and just wave Richard over.
I forgot to loot them.
No, you guys looted them.
And I now just calmly walk my ass over it.
Richard walks over. Chink, chink, chink.
Is there anybody just curious, as we have been followed here this particular place before by a particular person, does anybody see an imp following us?
Not
Oh no,
particularly.
Well, can anybody look to see if they have one? I use my divine sense to see if I can sense.
dude, that is gonna go fucking crazy in hell. What the hell?
No, divine sense. I don't send off a signal. I basically heighten my spiritual sense.
Can you click on it so I can read the description, please?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
know, but you're going to see like spots everywhere.
No, yeah. I just need to know if it's in this fucking room. Is all.
It's gonna be like ripping off your sunglasses while staring at the sun.
Hold on.
It's like, ah, come on, ow! You know it's gonna be bright, but it hurts.
You fucking.
I fucking love you guys.
Ripping the curtains open, like, no! What do you see?
Jesus.
Fuck! Ah!
Oh, okay.
Nothing now.
What's the weather like?
So you reach out with your senses, and you don't feel anything in your immediate vicinity.
Perfect. So he's not here yet, even though we teleported. That's not a good sign. Oh shit! Look
He
at him
is
there.
in the room with you.
Dude, that was a clap on reveal. Clap off. Fucking
Were you
good.
here and hidden, or did you just get here?
I don't want all my ways to be known, now do I?
He's just going to say yes, you know.
No, it's fine. I wanted to ask him a yes or no question to see what he would go for.
No, man, you should probably actually come inside.
Do you have something against imps?
Imps? No.
Yes. I
I
heard
just
him
noticed
asking
that
about an
ever
imp.
since I
So you
ever
were
since
here.
I've gotten
Fantastic.
here, ever since
just
I've
wanted to
gotten
know-
hell. No, everyone talks
Ty,
in riddles.
just for the use of your spell, even though Abraxas is here, you still do not detect any fiends in your vicinity.
Oh yeah, I assume I know he's a devil. I just wanted to see if there was any way I could.
Well, devils count as fiends, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So he doesn't highlight it to me.
Nope.
Imp.
Mystery.
He's just a-
Intrigue.
So, if you aren't, you don't seem to be an imp, if I'm mistaken.
Why not?
Well, your fingernails are far too long.
You don't know many imps, do you?
I know plenty of imps. You don't seem to think that you think you could pass it off with the you don't know. That's
Roll-
the oldest one of the book.
Roll a perception check.
Who?
You.
Oh fuck.
Who? You? Me? You.
Who, me? I couldn't possibly. You're like, hey, you with the 0 that I know about.
You were the one pushing him about it. So you know you're having a hard time seeing under his hood, but
I saw his hand. His hand, what color was it?
it was red.
I mean, if you got the coloration
Really?
down perfectly.
That means
How
nothing.
about this? We stop giving him shit.
Oh,
I
I
don't
don't
care
care.
what
It's
he is.
just interesting. That's all.
We stop making
yeah.
him. Plus, we've decided on screwing us over later. Just fucking get this
Abraxas.
done.
Well, I want to know, do you have something against imps?
No.
I mean, the only one I've met wasn't super cool, but you seem nice. So I'm, jury's out on imps for me, honestly. I'm hoping to have some good imp experiences in
And
the
he,
near
and he looks at
future.
you, and you actually kind of get a look underneath his hood, and that looks like an imp, kind of.
Thank you.
And besides, to take every person as they come, to classify them together is to lose out on potential profits.
Of
And
course.
it's a dick move.
Anyway, you said you needed 4 magical items, am I correct?
Yes.
All
Of
right.
worth.
Of worth.
Of worth.
She's got some armor on.
Yes, so you
Well,
can have
if you
a
can get it off without taking my leg.
It's all yours, buddy. What do you
he-
think of that?
He was standing on the same table that the Cambion were sitting around when you guys initially came in, and he kind of hops off and walks over and kind of tink tink pokes at your armor, tink tink, and it pulls out of the.
No.
How about this coin? And I show him the coin.
Which coin?
the coin.
Coin of consumption around my neck.
Okay.
I'm like, it's dead, but you could probably revive it.
Dead. So it's not magical.
No, but it was.
No deal.
No, but it was.
I pull out one of the spears and kind of.
No, all of my crap is dead.
I kind of spin around one of the flaming spears in like a kind of fancy manner and then slam it against the ground. You wouldn't be interested in something as magical as this, would you?
Pretty magical, bro.
Interesting. Let me see.
And he sticks out his hand.
I hand it to him, but I hold my hand on the other end. Now, of course, your teleportation magic, you do understand my hesitation.
And he kind of starts to pull on it to pull it away from you.
I hold it.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Oh, that's bad. I got a -1 to his strength. Oh, he already pulls it off in determination, hopefully.
So he goes to pull it away from you, and he pulls and he starts to pull and it's not moving, and he kind of puts his other hand on it and he tries to wrestle it away from you, and he can't quite get it, and you actually notice his fingers are bending in a weird way.
So what's with the finger? Your fingers, they're bending weirdly for an imp, but you can analyze it from there, identify it what you will.
You be cool.
Okay, so I lean forward. I'm like, how about this eye?
He
Ursatz's eye. Can you take it out?
lets
It's
go
yours
of the
if you got
spear, and he looks up at your eye, and he reaches one very long pointy finger towards it.
I'm slightly nervous. Is it gonna do the crazy eye thing? Like trying to
And-
hit my head to see if it does the crazy eye trick.
Are you pulling back? The finger's getting closer and closer. Are you
I'm
gonna pull back?
pulling my eye, and I'm just like, oh crap, he's going for it.
Are you letting them touch it?
Yeah.
Oh!
And just one little dink dink, and it kind of jostles in your head a little bit.
Bad eye moody. So I'm like, ah!
Just a smidge. It recenters itself in a second or two.
Perhaps.
And
The spear.
I have a
How
ring
many-
of feather falling.
That's cool.
Genevieve. I might have something for bargaining if you want to keep
Alright,
that.
he's asking about the spears. Let's let him speak.
Show me the spear.
Very well. And this time I just toss him the spear.
He grabs a hold of it.
Yes. I like this. A Cambion weapon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I'm guessing theirs.
Yes.
It's not a complicated story. This is the fucking house with their bodies. He can't be in
You
weapon.
said it was
It's-
so, I don't know. It's not a complicated story.
How many do you have?
Well, how many do you see?
I see one. I need more than one.
No, I meant Cambion. I have more. I have 4.
Oh, so you have 4. Well, then
Got
4.
4 more. Will that be good?
The 4 more, so you have 5. Then the price is 5.
No, he was wrong. We have 4 total.
We have 4
This is
overall.
why the large one doesn't.
Like I said, you can have my eye if you can take it out.
I don't want your
We
eye.
only have 4. I said we have 4.
Honestly,
Talking
we only
about-
have 4. Let me prove to you.
Smaller.
I reach my hand into the bag. I say, as I reach into the hand you have, I say, all spears of flame. That's what they're called, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then pull out the remaining.
Okay. So
You know how this works, right?
3 more spears reach into your hand.
Oh, that's very nice. Handy
That's
haversack.
4 magical items.
You're not getting the bag.
Don't
Bag's
even.
worth more than you are.
What about this? Just the bag. And transport for
No.
all 4 of you.
No, we have 4 spears. They're all spears. You can eat them or whatever you're going to.
Why do you think I
Take
would
us
eat
where
them?
we'd like to go.
How about
I don't
this?
know. It's magic.
How about this? You stop trying to alter an agreement where we agreed.
Yeah, you said
4
4 magical items. We've got 4
We have
magical
4. I
items.
appreciate you trying to sweeten the deal. It's the contents of the haversack are particularly of interest to us. And I
So
know
it's
you're not
really
one to ask
useful.
questions for your particular transport. Now, if one of my fellows wants to offer up some magical item of their own in order to keep one of these spears, I am more than for that. But 4 magical items was the price.
Yeah.
Roll a persuasion.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm asking.
Because I can crit fail. Woo! Almost did! Holy fuck!
Almost did.
You have a 14 to persuasion.
Yes. That's
Good
why. That's why he
Jesus
got
Christ,
so.
dude.
That's why he got so
That's why
pissy about
you-
not rolling to persuasion that first game.
Listen, I built my character to do
man.
one thing. He's shit at everything else. Like he can sneak around and he can talk to people. He doesn't do a lot of damage. He's not really fucking good for any real rogue things. He can't even see traps. He doesn't have a plus fucking. He doesn't have perception. He has +0 to perception. Fucking.
Yeah, I suck at everything but charisma shit
Okay.
too. So
I have a
So-
1 to investigation to find traps as a rogue person-ish. Like
Talker. So you talk other people into doing
Taxman.
things for you. Okay, so
Ah,
I
such
suppose.
smooth talk.
Now,
and he holds out his hand.
the spears.
well, I wanted to give anybody else an opportunity, but does anybody feel like?
I don't
No,
care.
I'll hand him over to him. Hold on.
unless you want the eye.
Spear.
Little one, he's not taking your fucking eye.
All right, there we are. So 4 spears.
Is
and I
your,
kind
is your
of-
eye cursed? Genevieve?
I haven't been able to take it out since it got put in.
Isn't
And
that
it-
good?
What an interesting thing.
And
to
at this
curse an
moment,
enemy
you
with.
actually see Abraxas's hood shift back over to Genevieve,
It's extremely cursed.
and he
If
runs
you
back
want
over
it,
to
it's
you, and
yours.
it's like, and he kind of.
I lean in and
Hey, buddy.
Okay, so again, he kind of moves his finger towards the eye. Are you gonna let him?
yeah.
Okay, so he taps it once, and it kind of bobbles around, and then he tries to jam his fingers in.
Oh!
Oh man, that is weird.
Well, of course I jolt.
So you jolt, and you take 4
45.
points.
Jesus.
You take 4 points of
Piercing?
piercing damage,
Oh.
and your eye
I
is
put out
just
my quarterstaff and
spinning.
just pointed at him. No, don't you fucking dare do that again.
Now, what was that? Hold on.
She said I could have it.
She said if you could take it.
Well, then I tried to take it.
Well, it
You know,
didn't
I mean,
work,
it's
so
hard to
don't do
argue
it
that.
again.
And he starts to back up.
I hold up a finger. I'm like, on the other side of that, though, you did say she did know it was. You did know it was cursed, and you know what that comes with that. Do you have any way to take the curse away, and then you can have the eye?
So think about that for when we need
I
a
mean,
ride home.
You seem to be a man of no small magics.
Guys,
I
just
cannot
give-
remove curses. Perhaps someone else can, although I'm sure you'll be able to find someone in the city of Alta.
Quite the city, isn't it? Here,
You think?
The spears, then. So, spears for
spears.
transport there. Now, that is the agreed upon price.
Yes.
Now, what about transport back?
we have our own transport back if all goes well. If not, I pull out from the hair. I have a way to contact you, and I put it back in.
Interesting.
Got your quarter.
Just drop a dime, baby.
Top 10 references I didn't expect tonight. Let me see. Just drop a dime, baby. Oh, fuck.
Number 3!
Okay.
All right.
Stay tuned for number 2. What it will be, if we could guess it, it wouldn't be number 2.
Oh, well, the return trip home. That wouldn't happen to be some kind of planar shift, now would it?
I'm sorry, what?
Planar shift, it won't work there. Just like you can't
What?
planar shift there, you can't planar shift back. You have to come back here, through the ley lines. I told you this. In the
Sorry,
Shrieking
I did-
Succubus.
We'll probably
Only
find
certain
some.
ways in and out.
You said "in" was a key point of interest. I apologize for ignoring it, for not.
Look,
Recognizing
we have
this.
the coin. We will contact you.
Well, the price
Yes.
might change.
Well, we'll find out then. What are you talking
Hold on,
about?
hold on. Are you proposing a discount for future services?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's just like-
proposing another deal. Because actually, the coin won't work between then and there.
Well, what would you propose? Well, we get a hold of you.
Yeah, if we needed you no matter what. I mean, come on. Even if
Besides,
we-
that is supposing we even
Even
need
if we
a.
make a deal right here, how would we call you to come get us?
And all of this is supposing that we don't find our way and make it in Alto.
Are you
is-
suggesting you know your own way to Alta? I can leave these spears here, and you're
No,
more than
you
welcome.
idiot! I'm saying we might make our way and become comfortable living there.
Ah,
Don't
What?
be,
Very
don't be
possible.
needlessly obfuscation.
What?
Very
in
possible.
the hell? Guys, we need to get there. Here's the thing, right? We're gonna go fight a bunch of guys, probably. Okay? They're probably gonna drop a bunch of crap, right? So, like, we're gonna have better stuff when you come to pick us up, right?
I like this. How about this? 48 hours.
How about
Until
you
what?
I will
just let us
retrieve you.
call you?
I will come and meet you in 48 hours to renegotiate a new deal.
Now that you've
If you
exposed
give us
something,
some
my
way
friend.
to call you in an emergency.
No.
I don't want
A
to be
moment,
stranded
Vinove.
there while the whole place
Would you
collapses.
fucking
A
assholes
moment,
stop
a
fucking
moment.
arguing all the fucking time?
A moment. You've just shown your hand. In order to come to us in 48 hours, you would have the ability to go where you wish. So do not lie to us again and say you don't know where we may end up if we go there.
Oh, no, I would meet you somewhere.
Exactly, to get to that place, you would have to know how to get there. And it would not be a random occurrence on the other side. You know how to get exactly where you're going.
Roll an insight check.
Woo! Alright.
Richard is face palming again.
16!
I just learned to let Vinove and him do their thing, you know.
You feel that he's kind of he's holding back something. You're not sure what, but he seems guarded.
Can I check too?
Sure.
I guess, yeah.
I'm
Does
paying
anybody
attention.
trust anything he says at this point, or is everybody
Yeah, no, I don't trust anything.
Don't trust him. I just want to get this
Like,
shit fucking done and
basically
Alright,
with the
so-
exposure? Is everybody looking at him like super like fuck this guy?
Okay. So Vinove, Zenevieve, you're looking at him, and he's lying about being able to pick where he goes. whenever he mentions being random, he has a little bit of a tell. He kind of the hood shakes just a little bit more than you would expect someone to get, that pissy about.
So I lean forward and I say, "You have a tell when you're lying. You can choose
Oh.
exactly where you go."
She's got you.
Fine. I can. However, I will not choose to go somewhere that will put me in danger.
Oh, that is perfect for us. We do not wish to be in danger.
So, in 48 hours, I will meet you at the Tower of Alta. And we will negotiate a new deal.
All right.
48 hell hours or 48 prime material.
48
Prime
hours
material.
in the city of Alta.
Just
Which
curious.
is better. I
we-
much prefer that.
Is Alta in hell or is it somewhere else?
It's in hell, yes.
It's in this fucking layer of hell.
And just so I know, we don't have a particular timekeeper on ourselves. Would there be any way? Do you have? How do you track the hours as you're in Alto? I know it is a tricky city. Just so we may complete our second deal.
Kind of thinks for a second.
Your coin. I will contact you in 48 hours.
So it
I
does.
knew the
work.
coin would work.
Fantastic.
You're just a liar. You're just a bad liar, you little.
Little what?
Stuff. We
You
still
insulting my
have
height?
to,
No, he's
have
not.
to rely
Have you
on
seen
the
him?
goodness in
From
there.
my
Stop
height.
fucking insulting him.
Have you seen him?
Jason,
We're all little to him. But very well. Here's the 4 spears.
What do you mean you're all little to him?
And he kind of looks at you.
I'm not heavy.
That's a nice hat.
Isn't it though? It's really funny because he'd only see the hat, but the rest of it would be actually shapeshifted. So I just look like a poser who has like fancier clothes than he's used to.
No, I'm talking about Vinove.
Oh.
He's talking about Vinove.
Oh,
Because you're in your disguise
just-
with your giant fucking hat,
Yeah,
correct?
I just nod at him, like, yep, hi.
all right. So you agreed to take us to the city of Alto, not somewhere dangerous because you don't want to be in danger, and then we contact you in 48 hours. The coin. How will we know? Does it give off a signal of any sort?
I'll contact you through the coin when I'm ready.
Now, the interesting thing about this Haversack, since I know you can hear everything through this coin that you want to, when I put it in there, we've never agreed to have full everything with each other, which is not to be expected, in especially this place. Is there any other way you could signal us?
That sounds like a you problem.
It sounds like a you problem if you want to make profit off of this second deal.
I'll be there in 48 hours, looking for you through the coin. If you do not answer, I'll just leave.
That's
You
fair.
miss out on a deal and waste your time. I thought you were a busy man.
Oh, I am a very busy man, but truth be told,
He kind of looks at the spears, and they disappear.
I've already got payment.
Very well.
How long
Take
of
us.
a window would we have of you being
Yes, at least
there
give us an
before
hour.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Jesus Christ.
Very well. 48 hours, I will call you in the coin, and I will wait 1 hour for your response. If I do not hear a response in 1 hour, I'll leave.
More
What you
than
do there
That
is your
sounds
business.
reasonable.
More than fair. Shall you take us?
Yes.
Probably be dead if that happens.
Come,
Yeah.
outside now. A fair warning. When we arrive there, the city is much more strange and hostile compared to this one.
Well, you already said you're taking us somewhere not dangerous, so no worries there. We will find our footing as we find our way.
True. I will direct you to where we shall meet. It's very difficult to miss. However, it will be up to you now to get there and to your own destination.
All right, fair. More than fair. Just curious, why would you choose such an auspicious place as the Tower?
It's easy to spot. The city changes from time to time. You can easily get lost there. The tower is a constant.
Okay, fair. Good to know.
It's always good to know the point of focus in any plane or city you're in here.
So, are we ready?
I look around
Yes.
at the group. Nod. Yes.
As we're going to be, I believe.
All right, come outside. We cannot do it in these confined areas.
We should
And,
probably go out the back.
He snaps his fingers again and disappears.
I suggest the back.
Is there a back?
There is a
somebody's
back
trying
door,
to
yes.
sneak. All right, I'll try to sneak my way out the back to kind of make sure there's
All out
nobody.
the back.
Go out the back, holler out the back, go out the back, go out the back.
Yep, following.
So you all leave. You all. You all leave out the.
Hubris.
Hey, over here!
And you see him actually
Why?
standing on top of the ruined wall about 12 feet up.
I can't do it over there.
Alright, fine.
Alright, come here.
Man.
The torch is always arranged like this.
Stand in
more
that
ever-
opening there.
And he points to the opening to your south.
Where?
Right here.
Yeah, like
Where?
he points over in that direction.
Right here.
Yes,
here?
there. There's
Over
fine.
here. Right here.
Oh, my the gods.
Interesting thing to say down here.
I'm glad you caught that.
Imp.
Hello.
Let me fucking go, please. Jeez.
Can I insight check him again?
Am I standing in the
What are
right
you looking
place?
I just want to know if he's an imp or not.
Um,
Does he seem like? Because he does not. He seems like he's insistent on being taken as an imp, but I don't believe him.
roll a. Are you looking for something like physical tells? Or are you looking for body language? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for more of a physical like body language tell
Okay.
from him when I say imp to let me know that he's might not be. And the fact that about it, the reason I like bring it up this many times to see if I can get him to drop his tell
Roll a.
since she told me his tell.
Roll an insight check at advantage.
Come on, advantage.
It's hard to tell. You've really only seen the one imp. I mean, he's much bigger than what an imp should be. At least the imp that you saw. He's much bigger than that imp. And his body language doesn't quite match, and he's not flying anywhere.
So just fly it over here, will you? It's okay. I won't give you a secret. I just wish to know who I'm dealing business with. I would actually be more comfortable if you were not an imp.
Why? Do you have something against imps?
No.
Oh.
It's nothing against imps. Just something more for regular people.
And he actually disappears yet again. And quickly reappears. Right about there.
Nice flying.
That was not correct.
Where did he go? I don't see him anymore.
Stand by.
Okay.
This
Oh, wait,
thing's
I see.
difficult.
Right?
Is the seal?
Okay. Do you guys see him now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So
Well, come, stand close.
I don't know.
Alright. Standing close.
Can I ready a sneak attack in case we end up somewhere we don't wish to be?
sure. What is your trigger?
Trigger is basically if we're surrounded by like any authorities, if there's any obvious threat, I'm just gonna.
We end up
sunblade him.
in the shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he reaches out his hands.
Grab each other's hands.
Fine.
And he reaches out
I
for
make sure
Genevieve.
Icarus
and
is.
he makes sure he
Oh.
doesn't actually hold Quildrith's hand. He reaches out for Genevieve's.
Okay, I grab his hand.
I grab Xenovius.
I kind
I
of
gra-
give it a squeeze to see if I can tell what he actually is.
Roll a perception
Investigation?
check. Investigation, yes.
perception.
Investigation.
Oh, I'll do either.
Investigation.
He's a chair.
God damn it. He's got 4 legs. The
There's
fingers,
a Tox joke there.
they feel very rubbery.
Rubbery.
As if he's wearing prosthetics. Maybe a glove over his halfling hands.
You don't know
Oh my
that.
god.
I don't know
So I'm
anything.
trying to look in his hood now. Just
I'm just picturing the freaking Charlie's uncle from It's Always Sunny.
Roll a perception
Holy
check for his hood.
Fuck. Oh!
You see an imp's face, but it's off. It doesn't look like the imp that you saw in the bar, and it seems, I mean, you have a little bit of experience with this guy. This is a disguise.
I lean in. I'm like, that's a really good disguise, by the way.
Did I hear that?
Did anybody hear it?
How loud did you say it, Genevieve? Was it a whisper just to him?
I said it really quiet so I didn't piss him off. You
Okay,
know, by,
roll
like,
roll a perception check, you two.
Nope. Do.
No.
Okay, I'll tell you guys later.
So he begins, and then he begins to mutter an incantation, and this glowing circle arrives and begins to cascade around you, growing brighter and brighter. And
All right then. To the city of Alta.
and you hear a loud pop, and you feel a rush as if you've been. Your hearing actually does go out. You hear this constant ring as all these lights and flame and heat, and it feels like you're going through a furnace.
Can't believe you're being so juvenile about this.
Just hearing a theme song of some British show right
It
now.
sounds like a,
Good God.
Oh God!
Let the man finish.
story.
Sorry.
So you rush past, rushing past Shadow and Flame itself. I hate you all. Disadvantage for the entire next encounter.
And the next encounter is a Tarrasque. Continue, please.
Take deep breaths. Reset yourself. You got this.
Okay. So the light surrounds you,
started?
and you begin to rush past into feeling like flying. You don't feel a gravity change on you in any way, shape, or form, and you actually still feel the ground steady beneath you. But these waves of heat keep hitting you, hotter and hotter and hotter, and it feels like you're passing through flame itself, coming out on the other side before it can actually burn you. And all of a sudden, as quickly as it started, it stops. And your eyes start to adjust due to the brightness of it, and you can't quite see everything right away. And your vision seems to return to you, and you see before you a large city of fire and smoke and heat. And it is incredibly hot here. It's actually hotter than it was in the city of Dis. And you stand on a ridge overlooking the city.
Anybody around us?
Make a perception check.
God damn it.
Also going to check for that.
Make a perception check for anyone who wants to. Your eye is going batshit crazy right now. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
It spins, and you're kind of used to it. Okay. All right.
I did not like that transport.
So you guys look around, and Quildrith, you're still your eyes are still getting used to it. The light, and it feels like just this bright light was in your eyes, and you're having a hard time adjusting to it. Vinove and Richard, you don't see anyone in your immediate vicinity. You find yourself amongst jagged rock overlooking the city.
All right. Well, this is good job. That was solid work.
So, any particular inns you prefer here? Since you are one to stay out of danger.
There are no inns here.
Great.
Oh.
What is a city without an inn? What is the city? Do you any
people sleep?
merchants you prefer to go to?
There are no merchants here. There are
People do here.
There are the truth bearers, the oath breakers, the corrupted, the fallen, the risen again, whatever you wish to call them. This is where they reside. This is where they gather. And this is where you may become one of them.
I am
Isn't this a
distinctly
city?
uncomfortable. Now, what does that mean?
Zombies?
Do I trust him
Are you saying
as far
there's
as-
zombies up here?
Make an insight check.
Shit.
Well, I'm wondering if he knows who we are, because he was pretty
Do you know who I am?
on point. Where he said oath breakers.
He is
The way he
very
said, "Oh,
confident in what he says, and he knows that this is going to get to you somehow.
Is this all
Like,
of
alright,
the
now you
things
need
of
to
us
at
knowing
least
that
tell
you're
us who
not an
you are.
imp? You're not an imp.
Not an imp, bro. It's just not you.
No, we won't tell anyone, but it's useful information.
You have no reason to suspect that.
Yes, I do.
What?
I do.
What?
Wow, look at
Your
that.
hands are rubbery.
My hands?
And he kind of looks at his hands and he like pulls him back. In. No,
They're not.
Not only that, she told us
Yes, they
that you're the wrong size, mate. You're too large, and imps enjoy and revel in flying, which you do not. You teleport.
And you don't register as evil.
Can
Oh,
we
isn't
not?
that nice? That's
Can
nice,
we-
though. He's not.
Can we not piss him off? We do have
I'm
to
not trying to.
back to the point.
I'm just saying, he's figured us out, so we might as well get the truth from him. Persuasion?
Sure. Roll persuasion check at advantage.
Oh, son of a
Damn,
bitch.
baby.
It was at
18.
advantage.
That's pretty good.
So he kind of looks at you. All right, fine. And he pulls his head back. His hood comes back, and you see a
fucking do it
fairly
right now. Just
different, a fairly decent impish face. A little word of advice. All right,
Are you a leprechaun?
I get that a lot, and I don't appreciate it.
Oh, it cut out, damn it!
He said he gets that a lot, but
I
he
get
doesn't
that a
appreciate
lot,
it.
and I don't appreciate it. All right, here's the truth. All right, you're gonna run into a lot of things down here that, well, they can see past illusion. Even yours, big man.
Yeah, I've noticed that. That's a bummer.
So the hardcore disguises actually tend to work a little bit better. Nobody trusts a little halfling running around now, do they?
No?
My job
We
stays the
I
same.
Better
would.
though?
Our
I
deals
mean, halfling.
stay the same.
Of course. And actually,
That's fine.
I do trust you a little more now. And
I
I
had no
appreciate
idea
you
what you
share
were.
because you shared your secret with us. Can I also insight Sekram to see if he's actually halfling or if he's just fucking trying to be?
Yeah, insight check.
Does he have rubber hands?
Yeah, I
on?
trust him as fuck.
You do.
By the way, where did you get those rubber hands? Quite nice.
Well, I made them.
Nice.
Oh my good.
They
So
weren't really
talented.
convincing until I held your hand.
Yeah, the trouble is it gets really. You did that. That doesn't matter. Look.
You have a great day. We'll see you later.
Yeah, 48
Yes.
hours from now.
48 hours. Listen to the coin. I'll meet you there. And he points,
What-
and you see
Did you
out.
say your name was Jack?
You fucking
Guy?
Jesus fucking
I don't get
Christ.
that reference.
Oh my god.
That was for Brandon and Jess. I'm sorry. I didn't actually say that.
Okay.
You're a terrible
And
person.
he says, "Dare, meet me over there, the Tower of Altar." And you look off in the distance, and there's one tower, thin, standing above the rest, almost in the the center of the city. And there is a figure on it that you can't quite see, but it unnerves you just looking at it.
Hey, that looks like
Makes you
that might be
uneasy.
hard to get to in emergency. Sure, you want to meet there?
Well, as I
That's
said
the best
before,
part.
this sounds like a you problem.
Well, no, my thing is where.
I thought you didn't want to
That's
get
quite a
killed
lot.
stuff.
You can't say the tower. There's many stories, floors, many different aspects to it. Is it the
That's
base of the
true.
tower?
The base of the
Ripped it up.
tower.
I'm
You
just-
can't go into the damn thing.
You can.
Oh, okay.
It's solid.
Sounds like an us
Alright,
problem.
that works actually. That's much better. We'll just meet you over by it, not in it.
Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, perfect. Wait, I didn't want to have to fight any guards. I hate fighting guards.
Now, remember, the city, it moves. So the tower might
Yeah.
not be in the same place as you last saw it.
But at least it's large, so we can see it.
You'll always be able
Okay.
to see it. You have to
Alright.
take great measures to not.
Okay, good. I was worried about.
Now step softly in there. I'd rather like to collect those magical items from you in 2 days' time.
And would like to be here to
problem.
return them to you.
Yeah.
Can I? No, never mind.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow, you
I was gonna
And,
try to rob him. Like,
stay
no,
golden,
this is
Tony
stupid.
boy.
He snaps his fingers and disappears again.
Holy
I
shit!
knew he was not.
I know, right? I can't.
Do we
Luckily,
have to agitate every single person we fucking have to work with?
well,
I
when
think,
they have,
I think it helped. I think he was into it. I think he wanted us to know.
I actually think we did build a small trust with him. I mean, you do not expose.
I just mean
Anything.
in fucking generalities here. We tend to aggravate every fucking person we have to work with. I mean, not just once.
Well, all right. We
Okay,
will
just
give you
this
one
once.
just once. No, I do agree though.
Fine.
The stakes here are higher, and then now I'll go into my 10-minute fucking inspirational speech.
Put on the big black cloak.
Being
black
careful
cloak.
with the speech, not to mention anything specific. Just that we're the best, we're awesome, we're gonna be able to do this.
Okay.
We're practically gods. I'll turn into a goldfish. And
A
jump off a
goldfish.
fucking cliff.
Would somebody
Get your 18 hit points, boys and girl.
disguise
There's girls.
myself?
There's a girl here.
I said end girl.
Genderist.
I said end girl.
Oh my god. Yeah. Also, Gar is like, it could be either.
Just take your goddamn hit points.
You didn't say dude.
Everybody gets in
Y'all.
except for Genevieve because Quildris.
I literally said end girl.
He did say "and girl," so I heard it.
Last time I
time-
saw that you
Are you saying because she's a woman she can't hear as well? You
Are
fucking
saying that I don't
sexist.
have a
Yes.
voice
I must
yet?
be.
You take it out of a voice. Alright,
Shut up,
that
dear,
got
the
me.
men are
That
talking.
got me. Oh damn.
So
Damn.
Quildrith gives his speech, and you all feel emboldened
Oh,
by it, and take your 18 temporary hit points,
That was a wrestling joke.
and you look
That's a
down at
good
the
one.
city, and see your seemingly destiny before you.
See your doom.
Shall we? Oh, did my greater restoration happen to
Wait, before we have
decrease
it,
your
will
mark,
somebody
my
help-
dear?
I
Sorry.
check, I pull it away like really fast, and I'm looking at my boobs and my chest. And
It is the same size it was after leaving the succubus.
It didn't work on the stupid
I guess
fucking
I
father
can't take it
douchebag. I
back.
doubt it would have worked here.
Yes, but,
just 1 second. Could somebody help me disguise myself better? I can only
oh,
hold
I
the
got
black
it. Yes,
one
if-
for an hour.
I'll help him with the disguise too.
I'll help
Alright.
Richard.
Okay,
Roll,
I'm-
Jess, roll a disguise kit with advantage because Quildrith is helping you.
do-do-do.
Disguise
You
kit.
missed a spot. No, you missed a spot.
No.
Oh,
It's supposed to look like that.
Damn.
Hey.
Okay. So I'm guessing you're going for large tiefling.
What? No, I mean I'm too big for that.
What are you
I make
disguising?
him look like a
I
Goliath.
can't look 3 feet shorter anymore.
Correct.
I'm gonna
That's
make him
bad.
look like a Goliath because I can believe a Goliath in hell. It's a lot
Goliath.
harder to
Okay.
believe Burbolg in hell.
Hair, whatever.
Well, I have bald caps.
She rolled a 21. This
So
No, it's fine. That was Brandon. She didn't have to yell at me.
so you two spend a little bit of time and realizing that this was way hotter here. You kind of reinforce it a little bit more than you actually did yours the first time, and you see before you a little crotchety and maybe a little late in the years, but still a solid Goliath.
all right.
I am good. Damn.
You
Thank
are
Cobra.
fantastic. Would you help me with Richard? Richard,
I'm pretty sure I'm just fucking tied up in a fucking sack right now, so nobody can see anything else that's on me.
Let's just keep
You
him
still have a
human
head.
because if all of our faces start melting at the same time, it's gonna be really bad.
I don't know if
So,
you've seen,
he's
but I've
fine
been
as a
scowling
human.
this entire fucking time, and the people have pretty much left me the fuck alone.
Yeah, I think that works fine.
all right. But if we don't happen to see another human within like a few hours being here, we'll just try to break the
It'll be too
sufficient
late
bond.
by then anyway.
Yeah, that's my thing.
We'll be fine, just don't fucking worry about me.
Oh, well.
Just keep your hood up as long as you can. I put my hood up.
Okay.
Same as is.
Vinove, you are disguised as a Goliath and also in a cloak. Richard, you are just in your cloak. Quildrith, you are in your
My disguise and the cloak. Yeah, I'll put my cloak as well.
And then
If my cloak is
Zenevieve,
tightly wrapped around me in places, so that
Okay.
way.
you double check it, making sure it's nice and secure. And Zenevieve, you are disguised as a female drow, standing on a hill overlooking a city.
With an STD.
With
No,
an
no,
STC.
we cleared that. You're fine.
Yeah, but you guys don't have to let it off that easy. Shit.
Oh, trust
Oh,
me,
we'll
we're just waiting for
My
our
character's
opportunity.
flaw is just
Yes,
like
we'll
you can't
roast
help
you
but
later.
love pretty faces.
We'll roast you
There's
later.
a reason
Now's
she
not the
falls
time.
for a lot of shit. She is a sucker.
We will roast you later. Promise. They will be savage.
You're savage anyway. I don't believe you're
These
really
acts
noble.
will be brutal.
And
Shall be
you hear a snapping sound, and Abraxas is standing before you again, fully hooded.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah.
Just because, in the interest of keeping you alive and keeping me paid, be careful in the streets. Watch for the winged ones.
The winged ones.
Yes.
What does that
Good to
mean?
know.
And if you are looking for Olgameth,
Ones with wings.
No, I mean like why? Why? Why look at
because they'll kill the shit out of you.
Okay,
Fair?
Very.
fair.
Okay. Don't make fun of my voice. I've been working on this for a while. I workshopped this.
No, it sounds great.
I hate you.
No, really, it actually does sound quite good. I'm one who would know.
If you're looking for Olgameth, consider this a professional
Courtesy?
courtesy. I like that word. Courtesy. The castle there, the fortress, the tall one. He's there. There's a sewer entrance in the back. I suggest you use it.
More than fair. I appreciate
you
it.
for all your help.
Since you didn't have to do this, here's 10 gold.
Make it 20. As a
I'm
professional courtesy.
As a professional courtesy, I will make it 15.
Oh, fair enough.
And he holds out his hand.
I give him 15 gold.
Thank you.
And you actually notice as he holds it out, the pinky finger is gone.
Your pinky, don't forget.
The heat.
Of course.
Puts it into his
is.
pocket. He's gone.
Damn it, I was going to try to sleight of hand his gloves off to see if he was actually a halfling.
Sleight of hand. Do a sleight of hand check.
Damn, not even close.
As you go to grab it, the hand disappears right between your fingers.
Damn, most halflings have a pinky, guys. But
I'm sorry. It was the extension that was missing.
The extension.
oh,
finger,
his
that's what
regular
you're
pinky
There was like 3 long ones and then one about half the size.
Okay, all right. Never mind then. All right. Well, shall we then?
Let us.
All right. So we know there's a sewer entrance in the back. So shall we try that first, or
Nope.
just keep our heads down?
Let's go.
Super.
Yes.
Perfect.
As fast and as discreet as we can.
And I, of course, shall scout ahead again. Is that agreeable?
Yes.
All right.
Keep me away from succubi.
I shall do my
And
best.
incubi.
I think
Anything that's bi, really.
Yes,
Oh, that was good. That was beautiful.
Solid. All right, so you guys move down into the city, and anyone who's wishing to stay stealthy, roll a stealth check.
Alright, I will attempt to be stealthy in 3rd place.
I literally can't.
You can. It's just oh
Fucked up
god.
already.
Oh my god.
We got
He might as well
score.
roll at this point. Fuck.
DM, would you like me to?
Please.
Alright.
Just to see if you can be the stealthy one. Wait,
I mean, you're not the worst.
Disadvantage.
You
though,
got
so,
second
yeah,
place
Still not the worst.
with disadvantage.
So the 4 of you.
Fucking.
I mean, it's hard to stick to the shadows when everything around you is on fire. Coldrith, you managed to actually dart between
See
certain
that?
stones.
My God! Oh!
As you move along, you notice that certain things that you touch, if you hold your hand there too long, it becomes too hot to touch.
Oh fuck.
Some things are this way and some things aren't. Some things feel icy cold.
It's too hot to handle, too cold to hold.
He's picking up what I'm putting down.
Oh my god.
And you move into the city, and Quildrith, since you're out front, you notice the streets are empty.
Great. I go back. So
Wait, I just heard you notice, and then it cut out.
Sorry. You notice that the streets, Quildrith specifically, notices that the streets are empty.
I go back to Rudy.
Oh, okay.
Stick very carefully to the shadows, maybe within maybe 10 feet between each other. It does not seem a friendly place. There's nothing to hide behind but the buildings themselves. I would prefer the stealth approach to this, but I know that is not necessarily the forte of some of you, but I think we can make it there
You
if
don't
we are
have to
careful.
look right at me.
He was looking at me.
I was looking
Oh,
at...
alright, my bad.
I
I'm
didn't...
sorry.
Either way, be very careful. Keep
As
your eyes to
Vinove
the
says
sky.
this, he is trying to hide behind a barrel, but it only reaches about his hip, but he's still thinking...
Vinove, buddy, you're still 3 feet taller now.
I know it's difficult. I'm sorry.
That is entirely okay. But seriously, if you can just try to stay to the shadows, keep your eyes to the sky for the winged ones. I will also try to do my best to warn you of them. I shall stay about 20 feet ahead of you, so that way if there's any trouble I may come and help. And then I kind of like stealth my way back.
I will man the back. Probably have the best fighting chance to get away if something comes after me.
Oh,
Right. You guys move through the city, and you notice as you actually let's get everyone to roll a perception check.
Ooh, alright. There's
Bam.
nothing.
yeah.
Perception. Hey, alright, actually not bad. Damn. You might about to be stealthy, but you know what's up.
I do. I have to, as clumsy as I am.
So, Genevieve and Vinove, you look around and you realize that there's no common architecture between these buildings. They all seem to be of different cultures and different origins. Some look older while some look newer. And they seem not built here but transplanted. Their foundations are uneven and don't line up with one another. Some of the buildings lean into each other, overlap. Some have crashed down upon others.
Can we do history checks to see if we recognize the building types from cultures?
Sure. Vinove and Genevieve can.
Yeah!
Man has been around.
I am
Damn.
receptive, and I was there when it happened.
Genevieve, you're looking at them and you don't quite recognize. Vinove, you're looking at these, paying special attention, and these are
That's
temples.
Chinatown.
These are temples. Small, simple village temples, large city temples. These are all places of worship.
Building
Okay,
in
so
the temple.
what?
A single building. Temple.
Every
That right
single
there.
one? I mean, I
Everything
noticed
can
they
see
were
is
all
a temple.
different.
Yeah, I mean, this probably has something to do with him trying to attain godhood. If
Is this-
everything is a temple.
Do you think these temples used to all be Serenrays? And I say Serenray really low.
Let me think a second. Is it?
Yeah. With your sorry, my bad. With your history check, you actually recognize some of these. Some of these temples are ones that you have pilgrimed to.
Absolutely. That one right there. I've pilgrimed to. That one is too. I don't know if they're all from Seren. If they're all Seren race, but the
He said
Seren race
this
are
was-
here.
He said that there were a whole bunch of Oathbreakers. We might find a whole bunch of ex-followers at Las Vegas. We have to be really
Do you think they would
careful.
help us, or do you think they would help him?
I think either we need to be really careful, or we might be able to get extra help. I don't think we should go looking for extra help,
Good.
but if we
Well,
find
this is-
somebody along the way,
No, definitely something to keep in mind. you seen anyone here?
Yeah, we still haven't seen
Can
anybody.
I listen to hear if I hear anything like an animal?
Go ahead and roll a
person?
perception check.
With my 20 feet ahead of him, am I seeing anything that they wouldn't see?
Nope.
I'm gonna do something real quick. Sorry.
Seen a lot that I'm not seeing.
Let's check it here. Where the fuck did it go?
There's no crying in baseball.
There's no crying in baseball.
Yes, there
Full
is.
movie.
If
Yeah,
you're a
you
Red
got hit with a
Sox fan.
freaking baseball.
No,
Everybody's
if you're
been
Red
to a
Sox
t-ball
fan.
game where somebody
Oh,
tried,
yeah.
or a little league game where somebody tried to catch it right in the nose.
There's no crying in baseball. There's sitting in the grass and picking at it, but there's no crying.
Only if you're in left field. So
Yeah.
you give a listen and let me know if the music change was too loud for you guys.
So
Oh
far,
no,
so
it's
good.
great and
It's
creepy.
a little
Okay.
loud.
Okay, stay.
Yo,
I need to get better about my music cues, guys. Sorry about that.
No, you're
No,
doing
I
good,
like
dude.
it because I can actually hear it. I'm deaf as fuck, so I appreciate being able to hear this shit.
Well, just my timing as far as those, because I should have switched that when you guys arrived. How's that?
Dude, if you hadn't said anything, we wouldn't
That's
even noticed. You're doing good.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely true.
All right. So that was your perception roll. So you hear a constant crackle of fire, obviously, and you don't really hear anything else. Actually, in your left ear, you kind of hear. Your tinnitus might be kicking in a little bit.
Chris,
How old are you?
have I seen anybody on the streets or anything being 20 feet ahead of them?
You have not.
Okay.
The streets are abandoned and empty.
Bop.
So we just
Alright.
keep making our way towards the back of the tower, or the back of where we were told to go.
Okay. You keep moving, and I need a perception check from everybody.
Maybe we should go to the temple. Serenade.
Nope.
Maybe I'll sit this time.
Oh
Yeah.
Jesus! Like I hate that. Like you're still just rolling amazingly well. It's
Is
pretty good.
there
Christ.
mine? I don't think. Oh, there it goes. Mine took a second to catch up. Vinove, you're able to mop, and all you hear.
I hear wings. Everybody
Hey.
hide.
So we go into the nearest ceremony temple, I guess?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. The door is locked.
I pick it.
Okay, roll a thieves' tools.
Fuck.
So we're run to the nearest Serenade temple we recognize.
Yeah. No. One that you would recognize. Okay, and then I'm going to try to pick
well,
it.
he would recognize most of
oh,
them,
there we
so
are.
Yeah.
all of them.
So just the nearest one, and I run over and open the door.
It's locked. Ty, you go to unlock it, and you can't quite get it. And
Strength check. I'm gonna put this fucker off the hinges.
the wings start to get louder and louder. Are you trying to kick it in?
He is.
Okay, so you put your boot, boom, and the doors give way just a little bit, and they come back, and it hasn't quite broken down yet. And
I try to find the one next to it. I try the door on
that one is also locked.
fuck.
I run
They're
over
all
and I
locked.
thieves tools try to unlock that one.
All right, so go ahead and roll a thieves' tool check on that. So
Nice. 23.
it gets closer and closer, and all of a sudden you hear click.
Side.
Idiot! Come on, quickly!
All right, I'm running in.
Running.
Look at me go. I'm so quick.
We are sprinting.
Slam the door.
And you run inside and slam the door.
Do we look around?
What's playing that violin quite loud?
I'm listening
Sorry,
for
sorry.
noise outside. I'm gonna trust that these guys are looking inside.
I will look inside with
Perception
Velvet.
checks.
Did
Thank God for thieves tools.
I see it? Yeah. Hell yeah.
You see before you a broken, burnt Vinove and Quildrith, you're looking at inside the temple, right?
Yeah, we're looking
Alright.
for any threats.
You don't see any people. You see before you a temple that is just broken. The pews are left shattered and burnt. Dust and ash, mostly ash, cover everything. Genevieve, you hear a loud outside the door.
This is dragon. I hope this isn't a dragon.
Can I run back
I'm
to the door and try to
bracing the door.
relock it?
I'm bracing my back against the door and I'm putting my boots against like one of the pews to hold it closed.
I'm also bracing the door.
I'm gonna try to relock it. Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, you can relock it. It's from the inside, so it locks fairly easily.
Do we gotta
So-
do a check or does it just lock?
No, it just locks.
Perhaps
It's a simple mechanism.
someone should say some sort of blessing. I know. Is that a bad idea?
Then you hear
I got
outside,
silent.
"You can come out."
The fuck we can.
I start immediately looking for another way out.
Okay, make a perception check. Make an investigation check.
Investigation. Guys, look for another way out. There might be a way access to the sewers or something. And then I start.
I'm
going.
bracing the door. You two go look.
Here,
Because
trade
my
me.
investigation
I-
is shit.
I don't see anything. Someone trade me. I go over to the door.
Dude,
So
someone-
I switch with Vinove and I go to start looking.
Ugh. I go back to brace the door too.
No, I'm looking for anything
I
and I see nothing.
There is no back door there. The windows seem to be covered with the very close nearby buildings.
Well,
Hopefully I don't start panicking and screaming, "Be gone, demon!"
Does anybody see anything at all?
No, but we're definitely
do,
not.
do I see anything I could sit on, like half a pew that's still kind of standing?
I mean, there's a broken pew that's slanted. As long as you don't mind sitting at a weird angle.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a sip of the water while I'm sitting there.
Come out. You are trapped in there.
Shit.
What if we are
Alright.
trapped?
Well, now's the time.
Let me
if
go
we
out
are-
first. Let me go out first.
Wait,
I'll
before
go
we
out
go,
first.
does anybody wish to try praying to Sarenrae?
I'm gonna go out first while you guys do that. So
No. We should go
Open the
out as a
door,
group if we're going.
No.
no,
Let
no,
him try the
you guys
prayer
need
thing.
to.
No,
Bop us!
little one, shut up.
Just bop us?
I have boots of speed. I could run.
You're gonna fall on your face.
Wait,
I'm not.
Richard, do
Let's-
you have an idea?
Kind of.
What is it?
We have this thingy of water here, don't we?
Yes, we do. I pull it out of the handy haversack and toss it to him.
Oh my god, I never thought about if you bless that water. That is so cool.
Shall we then?
That's part one.
What's part two?
Don't you remember when you identified it?
Yes.
There's a certain word we could say. It's gonna be a fuckload of water.
That is true.
I like this. This is a good plan.
Okay, well, we'll have that ready, and we'll make sure that he's not going to attack us. If he doesn't attack us, we don't have to attack back. 'Cause we make a huge
He's a
kerfuffle.
winged one, obviously.
The wind
Well, maybe
ones.
we
Pull
can
out
talk
my
him out of it.
I pull out my sword
Alright,
and
let's bless
whisper
this
the
bitch.
word. It says to light my sword on fire. Like I'm ready
Plus
to
this
rumble.
goddamn water.
I helped you in blessing it as a
Okay, how are you guys blessing it?
ritually.
Okay,
Praying
so
over it mostly.
Yeah.
as you guys work on praying,
I'm getting ready to go out the door.
Actually, if you want, I will dump a spell slot to just like try to get
Literally use.
Divine Spite in.
Well,
Do it
I
with Divine Spite.
think I might actually have blessed. I have blessed prepared. Do you want me to use that?
whatever you guys feel like using, I will accept either one.
Okay, I'll use my
no,
bless.
let me use mine. Unless you're, what level is bless?
It's a first level spell, but I can increase the levels.
Just, all right. If we're just doing the first level, just do it first level.
Okay, I'll use bless at first level.
We want to use-
And
Okay.
while that's going on, so this guy doesn't try to go through the fucking door, I'm like, alright, Sarah, you haven't let me die yet. You've let me be really unlucky, but let's give it a go. And I'm like, alright, I'm coming out. Just don't do anything.
All right.
Perhaps you should become.
I wait for a response.
Still blessing.
If you
1
wish
second.
to come out,
You should become.
then come out. I know you're all in there.
He seems to need temples. Can we use that to our advantage? If and maybe he won't destroy this, as he seems to be collecting them.
We could go from one to the next. Is this the guy? Who is it?
Come out and you shall see. My patience is growing very thin.
Alright, so I
When
open the door and I
every
pop out.
demon, just say your damn name, son.
I pop out and my hands are kind of up. And yeah.
Alright, so you pop out and you see an individual standing on the
Killer.
rooftop above you, wings spread out. He wears full dark armor, a large sword by his side. Now, there's one of you. Where are the rest?
They're dead.
Roll a
Your
deception
mama's
check
house.
at disadvantage.
Damn it.
They're definitely dead. Definitely
They're
dead.
Definitely
dead.
dead.
I was like,
Bless done
guys. I poked him with a stick.
Yeah, is our blessing done yet?
You guys are still working on it.
Oh, disadvantage
Oh.
means the one on the right, right?
Correct. Though,
Means the worst.
And it was
of-
deception, not persuasion.
yeah, not persuasion,
yeah,
deception.
deception.
Oh, deception. Okay.
Oh God.
Ah.
11.
So he looks down at you and he raises his blade, and it is fucking big, and he points it right at you. Where are the rest?
All right, they're inside, but what do you want?
Bring them
first?
out.
What are you gonna do?
I wish to have words.
What are you gonna do?
Wish you had words?
I wish to have words. And he kind of squints at you.
Then could you
Actually,
please
you
get
can't see him
down
squint. He just
on-
kind of leans in.
Is he squinting?
I will.
Well, then come to the door
I will
on your feet on the ground in front of me, and I promise I won't run, and we might come out and talk to you.
Staying in the shadows, I get within 10 feet of her.
Okay.
I don't want the high ground.
So he jumps off the roof and his wings flap out and lands in the streets.
Superhero landing.
Oh,
Superhero landing.
Really hot on the knees.
And again, he points
Oh,
his blade
no.
at you. Where are the rest?
That's
I open
kind of
the
like
door.
kick the door open, and like, see, right there. That's, see, I told you.
What do you want?
Kind of looks at the two of you.
What's your name?
Where are
Man.
your marks?
What's your name?
Show me
I-
your marks.
I show him
Tell
my
me your
mark. I just
name.
immediately like, boom, there goes my chest plate. Or my chainmail. Whoop, there my boobs.
So he
Yeah, but it's just a drop of the hat for you, isn't it?
so he looks and
Ah.
he approaches and he comes up and looks at it and raises his blade above his head. And that's what we're gonna call it for tonight.
No,
Oh
you
my
don't.
Damn it!
You can't do one fucking strike.
I have a plan. I have a
Well, my plan is to trip on my face so he misses, and then you guys can throw water.
I have a
Sure.
plan.
Throw water at him.
That'll do it.
That's the
Oh,
plan.
we're
Totally.
gonna throw it at him.
Yeah.
Get him. Go, water, go.
The water plan. Jeez, guys, I hope
Seriously,
it works.
did nobody read the card?
Well, thankfully,
I read it.
have
I know what you're planning.
Step.
Damn right you do, motherfucker.
Well, the reason I stepped
stop.
out like that is because I
doing?
have Misty Step
Don't just don't play arcade.
or Face Step.
Oh, okay. Does it start tomorrow?
Yeah.
Really? That's so weird. Usually it starts on Tuesday or something.
Not for Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year's.
Stupid.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, so this is gonna be easy for me because I can do a Misty Step, which is basically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see.
It all depends
I can
if you
do that
survive
too.
the first hit.
Well,
gonna
if I
teleport
Misty
30
Step
feet
before he
above
hits
him.
me, I'm seeing him raise his sword, so I'm assuming I have a chance that instantaneously.
Is
it is
Misty
an
Step?
instant.
Is a
Can you
Misty
use it
step
as a reaction?
It's instantaneous.
Is it a reaction though?
Bonus
She's gonna have
action.
to win.
Yeah, that's not a
initiative.
reaction. So it'll all depend on initiative.
All right.
Oh shit!
Well,
For all you know,
hopefully
I could win
bring
initiative,
one-
and this is not gonna be a problem.
Can you imagine the amount of like, all of the water?
Hit step. Oh, I can turn invisible.
Draw the bathroom real quick.
So much water.
I can turn invisible.
gonna be-
Nice.
I'm gonna be a Blastoise on this motherfucker.
I'm gonna be the Charizard, but like the one where he has a sword instead of being Charizard. Probably more Blaziken, or no? What? Yeah, that's like the chicken that kicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. Dude, that one
Infernape.
in Pokken Battle, that's my fave.
So you're
That
gonna go
guy's-
Incineroar?
Nah. Incineroar looks dumb as hell. I can't get over it. I
Like,
think
Yeah, but
he's
he's
one of the
Smash.
worst.
big enough.
I know, he just looks like one of the worst Pokemon ever to me. He looks like he belongs in a Felix the Cat cartoon, and that just bothers me.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh my
I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Pokemon's been disappointing for like a good 5 years solid now.
You mean 5
so I'm
generations?
really hoping that whatever that next gen game is sweet.
Who just rolled? What is
Oh, that wasn't me. I was just looking.
That wasn't you, even though that's you.
That's
No,
me,
she-
but it
she
wasn't.
didn't do it in
I was
game.
just looking
No, I
at
know.
it.
Just giving her shit.
I'm gonna
Alright,
play
you know
one.
what,
I'm gonna
like-
play one Overwatch match.
I just said don't
Basically-
play arcade. You can play whatever else you want.
Yeah, I mean, I could even play one game of arcade.
I mean, we can always play
Yeah, you
one
can
round of
play-
combat.
You can
No, I'm
You
just
can play
kidding.
2.
What's
Okay.
that? Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could.
Oh, I
win,
want to
too.
keep going.
I know, right?
That's up to everybody else. If you guys want to do this combat, that is up to you. I'm down for it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I can't, guys.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
wiped out. I'm
that's fair.
And I do.
tired.
Pussy.
Yeah,
Well,
but
no, like I said, like
mentally healthy, so it's
my
alright.
time to shout was my mark not big enough for you, asshole.
I
You
see
can,
how
you know what?
it
Write it
is.
down and shout it right at the beginning.
I'll write it down and shout it out right at the beginning.
Oh god damn.
He was unimpressed by the size of the thing underneath your shirt.
How dare you?
Unlike the drow lady.
Oh
Right.
god, he's playing the first Resident Evil 2, not the remake. Ah.
Oh no. Haha, what for? Is this still streaming?
Oh yeah, I should probably stop that.